Alright, welcome. This is going to be my third and final first round tournament game in the Discord solo tournament. I'll put the link in the description for the unofficial Axis and Allies Online Discord. They hosted the tournament. You can go over there and check it out. It's against Bougie Boy 71, and it was an interesting game, kind of back and forth, and we ran up against the time constraints of the first round, so the game probably could have gone for a lot longer, but it didn't. So here it is. I hope you enjoy it. All right, Russia round number 1. So Russia 1, we just did our standard 4 infantry and 2 tank purchase, and we're just going to do our standard 9-12 attack. I haven't really figured out any better opener with Russia yet. I haven't really given it a whole lot of thought, but really, I can't think of a better opener to do. If I could, I would try it for sure. But seeing as how you have to take Ukraine out no matter what, and there's really no other way to get any more troops into Ukraine, right? There's just no other way to get any more troops into Ukraine. So let's run these battles and see how they go. Okay. So not horrible. We started out with a really good West Russia. We only lost 2 guys. And Ukraine was could have been better, but we didn't lose it. And I've found the last few games I've played, you have to take Ukraine. So that's what I'm doing. Although now I have nothing left into the Caucasus. So we will do... Alright. We're going to go ahead and keep our stuff in the Caucasus. This will go back there. This will go there. This will go there. This will go there. And this will go there. Alright. I think that's it. And then we will put 1 there, 1 there, 3 infantries there, and 1 there. Alright. I ran the math on this, and I have a 97% chance to hold against what he can bring. And if he wants to lose fighters, then by all means, if you want to lose the German Luftwaffe, please attack it. But other than that, it should hold. I didn't move the infantryman here to Sichuan, which depends on what Japan does. I am going to do my new United Kingdom strategy of trying to save my fleet in Sea Zone 30, depending on what Germany does here. So anyway, that's going to be Russia round 1, kind of a long-winded Russia round 1. I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round 1. Alright, United Kingdom round number 1. So, he took back Ukraine, but he went light. And he took Karelia, which we expected. But the German Eastern Front, my Western Front, is pretty light all around. Light all around. He did stack Poland, and he put his 4 fighters in Northwest Europe. I don't have enough stuff here yet. I guess I could put a carrier down. But I opted not to do that. I'm doing my my UK strategy of the week, which is to try to consolidate my fleet in the Indian Ocean down here. So I went ahead and bought 3 fighters for India. That's going to be our play. And then we're going to send this English tank down to Africa, and then we're going to send these American troops down to Africa. And see if we can't kick Germany out while we get a navy here to go and press hard for Western Europe. So for the combat, thought about taking Morocco, but can't do it because we don't have enough. 4 planes against 2 destroyers and a cruiser. I don't like it. I mean, he'd be risking his planes, but with my luck, he would get a bunch of hits and I wouldn't get any hitbacks. And I don't want to lose my transports just yet. But we are going to take Transjordan back, so let's kill this. And then what else do we want to do? We want to kill this transport. And I think that's it. I hate to give him Egypt right away, but I think we're going to have to. Although we could prevent the blitz. Nope. All right. I really don't want to leave him Egypt. That's all right. We're going to have some American forces down here too, so. You know what we can do? We can back out of Egypt and go down here. That might be a better play. All right. We're going to leave a guy in Egypt right now. And I think that's it for the combat. Okay, the combat worked out really well. We lost no one, which is a beautiful thing. So our plane here is going to go to West Russia. Our other plane is going to go to West Russia. Our bomber will go to Caucasus. We're going to back one guy out of here. Actually, maybe we just leave him there. Yeah, let's just leave him there. We're going to fly our plane down to C Zone 30 and this plane down to 30. We're going to pick up one guy. That's something new. 2 guys. And then our whole rest of our fleet will go down to C Zone 30. This guy will go up here. We're going to grab our tank, go down here, put him in Africa, take our destroyer and our cruiser and go down there as well. Move this guy over here. And what are we going to do with this guy in Burma? We're going to leave our guy in Burma. All right. Put our 3 fighters in India. And that is going to conclude United Kingdom round number 1. I'll see you guys back for United States round number 1. Alright, USA round number 1. So, Japan did not attack our fleet down here in Sea Zone 30. They did do Pearl Harbor. Decent. Had a fighter and a sub left over. Failed at took Anhui and did not take Szechuan, but killed everything that we had in it, which, good for him. That's a good trade for Japan. He's pretty much preventing UK from dropping a fleet, so this is going to be kind of a pain. Anyway, I'm going to try to do dual pressure, put pressure on Germany and Japan. So I went ahead and bought 3 artilleries for the eastern United States, a carrier, a destroyer, and a transport. The transport's going to go in the east, and the other stuff's going to go in the west. So, for our combat move, we're going to get rid of the sub here. And where's our bomber? Alright, we're going to take all that stuff out. And that's all of our combat. He's got 13 covered too, because all we have is a destroyer, and he's got 4 planes here. He's done a pretty good job with that. Alright, so it was successful, so we'll take our bomber and put him back in the west coast. 2 fighters will go into 56. Our cruiser will go into 56. Our Alaska infantry will back off. This guy will go up to northern Canada. This guy will go up to Canada as well. Transport will go here, pick up the guy off of Midway, go back to 56 and drop him in the western United States. We'll take this stuff here, go down to French West Africa, take our fighter, throw it in French West Africa as well. And I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. Alright. So our aircraft carrier goes into 50... Wait. Aircraft carrier goes into 56. Our destroyer goes into 56. Transport into Sea Zone 11. Why is our destroyer up there? Oh well. And our 3 artilleries into eastern United States. God, I gotta stop forgetting to move ships. Alright. That will be the end of America round number 1. Alright, Russia round number 2. So, we still need to do something about this. But we're not making any headway right now. Went ahead and bought 6 infantry and a plane. Got to get that 3rd Russian fighter to hopefully expedite some of the trades. And it'll be better for us in the long run. So for our combat, though, we're going to take 2 infantry and 1 of our fighters. And then we're going to take 2 infantry and the other fighter. Try to take both of those back. And we're going to leave Bellow. I thought about taking Bellow, but I got to use too much stuff. And I think as long as we take Ukraine, we can pretty much... In fact, you know what? Let's do this here. Okay. Let's take 1 of these. And we'll take 1 infantry. Or 1 artillery, I mean. Just to improve our odds of taking that. I think that's all we want to do. Alright, let's run the combat. And that, my friends, is why you send the artillery up there. Because we did not take the territory. Which is good and terrible. So let's move that there. Let's move that there. We'll move that over there. That back here. And then let me do the math here. Let me move these forward. Three guys. All right. How many planes can he go with? He's got 1, 2. Can take one plane there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he can take 5 planes. So let's move it up there. In fact, let's move this up there too. Yeah, and I'll put 4 infantry there. And I guess you could go with a tank and a guy. And 1 fighter. And a bombardment. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but maybe he will. Alright. And we'll put the fighter into Russia. And we'll put 4 infantry into the Caucasus and 2 infantry into Russia. I wonder if I should put the fighter in there. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's put the fighter in the Caucasus with 3 guys. Well, it's 4 guys and a fighter. And a bomber. And he could bring tank, guy, fighter, and a battleship. Nah, he ain't gonna do that. I don't think he'll do that. Alright, so that'll do it for... Yeah. That'll be the end of Russia round number 2, and I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 2. Alright, United Kingdom round number 2. So we have our fleet here that was not attacked. And he did Pearl, but we traded back. We killed his surviving ship that he had there. And then, so our plan with this is we're going to try to meet our USA and our UK Navy in Borneo in round 4. That's the goal with this. So he's bought another transport as Germany. He's going to go after Africa, most likely, to keep more loads in Africa. But one mistake he did, at least I think it's a mistake, maybe I'll be proven wrong, he's got his fighters here in Bellow. Now that obviously prevents me from killing all of his stuff in Bellow. But these fighters are out of position now. I have free reign of the seas here. So I can take my 1 transport here, come up and take France. And I don't even have to worry about any retaliatory fighters. Because they can't get there. And he has no bomber. So I think that was a mistake. But in any case, because we're going to consolidate our navies, our purchase, we're going heavy navy and Indian Ocean. We did another carrier, a destroyer, and a fighter. And we're going to put it all back in 35. Except for we're going to send a couple units over here to South Africa to shore up Africa. So our combat, though, we're going to take this, our bomber, 2 fighters, and attack Egypt. We're going to take our transport and go up here, pick up 1 guy, and take France. Alright. That's all we're going to do in our combat. Now, I did the math here. He can't take... I can stack this to the point where he can't take it with any of this here. No matter what. And because this was a massive failure for him, I'm actually going to go even further into Germany just to steal some more money. And make him waste resources taking it back. And then hopefully pull him further off the front line here. He mini-stacked Karelia. I mean, I could go up there and bum rush that. Take that back. But I don't think I will. Because he can't take West Russia. And so it gives me another turn. If he wants to go up here to Karelia, maybe I'll run some more numbers and see what the best course of action is. But I don't think at this point I'm going to do that. And I don't need to put my fighters in here yet. So I'm going to use them in Africa. I think that's it for combat phase. Yep. All right. Alright, for the non-com. Combat was successful, though we did lose an infantry and an artillery in Egypt. So we're going to land our fighters and our bomber. Actually, we'll send our bomber to India. We're going to move this guy up. We're going to move our tank over here. We're going to move our destroyer and our cruiser up to C-Zone 8. We're going to take our loaded transport, move it into South Africa, and take our other transport, drop it in India, put our aircraft carrier, our cruisers, our submarine, and our 2 fighters in 35. We're going to fly this fighter to 35. And I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. All right. All right. Did we move everything? I think so. All right. Let me look it over. Egypt, we have a tank in there. Sudan, 2 planes. And a guy and a tank. India's got 5 guys and an anti-aircraft gun. A bomber. And that's it. French West Africa, we took the tank out of it. And the C-Zones went up to C-Zone 8. C-Zone 30. Yep. Nothing's left in C-Zone 30, and then C-Zone 28 is South Africa, 35, okay. Alright, we put the aircraft carrier here. We put the destroyer here. We put the fighter here. So we've got 4 fighters, a sub, 2 cruisers, a destroyer, and 2 aircraft carriers. And that's got a 82% chance to hold. If he wants to take a 15% battle, then so be it. Alright, that's going to be it for United Kingdom round number 2. I'll see you guys back for USA round 2. Alright, United States round number 2. So the state of the board, he pushed into Burma and he bombed the shit out of India. So this is under threat. I have enough resources here and money that I should be able to shore it up, because nothing else is in range of attacking it, and I'm going to kill these 2 transports, so they're not going to be in range of taking anything to India. So I don't know why he sacrificed these transports without moving his navy down here. I'm not sure why he did that. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what he decided to do. So for this turn, I'm going to split my navies over here. I went ahead and bought an infantry, an artillery, and a tank, 2 transports, a sub, and a destroyer. The Navy ships are going to go into 56, except for 1 transport is going to go into Sea Zone 11. And I'll show you how that plays out later. So initially we were going to attack the Solomons, but I don't want to lose an infantryman. Let me see his bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I'm going to have a battleship, a cruiser, 2 destroyers, an aircraft carrier, and 2 fighters. So let's see here. He got a bomber, and he can go 1, 2. He can't get there with any planes. This bomber here can go 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 bombers can go, but I've got a lot of ships. So I don't think he's going to take that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the transports fully loaded in Sea Zone 44. The plan is to meet in Borneo in round number 4. So round 3, USA takes Borneo. Round 4, UK joins Borneo, and we mount a foothold here, and then we start launching attacks either on the coast here or on Japan itself. So that is the plan. So in this round, we're not going to have any attacks. Alright, for our non-com move, we're going to move our American fighter there, our tank there, infantry, and artillery both move up. Alright, all of our transports are going to meet in our destroyer. Going to meet in Sea Zone 10. Our 3 artillery are going up to Canada. 2 infantry are going to Canada. 1 is going to Western United States. We are going to pick up 1 infantry, go to Hawaii, pick up 2 infantries, go to Sea Zone 44, our destroyer, our other destroyer, our aircraft carrier, our 2 fighters, our battleship, and our cruiser are all going to Sea Zone 44. Now he may decide to protect the Philippines with his navy, but that's fine, because even if he moves all of this here to the Philippines, he can account for all this. But once these navies join, and I'll find out what he buys, I'm gonna have to buy some ships here, which I might not be able to do because I have to defend India. So I may not be able to buy ships here, which kind of sucks. We'll have to see. Alright, where else do we want to go? Anywhere else? I think that's it. All right. I think that's all the movement that we're going to do. Let's see here. All right. For our mobilization, our artillery, our transport, just one of them, our tank, go in western United States, our other transport, our infantry, our sub goes in 56, and our destroyer goes in 56. Now, the tank we put in western, but we don't care about western. It's going to fly over here to... It's going to go to Canada next turn because this is going to move up to 10. So that's kind of just like putting it there in case he decides to drop off somebody in Alaska. We can hit it with a tank and a bomber and a sub and a destroyer. So that's all that's there for. All right, so that is it for America round number 2. All right, Russia round number 3. So we're going to get a little bit freaky here with Russia round 3. So we lucked out. He totally failed hitting Ukraine. Went ahead and stacked Bello. I did the math here, and I can't kill Bello. But what I can do is I can hit Ukraine. I can hit Karelia, and I can set it up so that if he goes heavy into Karelia or if he goes heavy into Ukraine, I can kill everything Germany has. So I went ahead and bought 4 tanks for Russia, which I never do. It's pretty aggressive play. May come back to bite me in the ass because Japan is moving here. But I'm going to do it anyway and see if I can't... what I can do here. So, for our combat, we're going to take this guy from Archangel and 5 of these guys. And artillery. And our 3 fighters. And we're going to hit Karelia. We're going to use one guy and take Bulgaria. Only because it's open. And that's going to be it, it looks like, for Russia as far as the combat. Man, I'd like to kill this, but I'm not going to because I'm going to move all these guys over here. Maybe I'll move 1 here. And 3 over here. So I can hit Karelia with everything. If he decides to stack it. Alright. So this is supposed to be a 98% victory for me. So let's see how that works. Okay. I've read them. Okay, our attack did not go 50-50 battle. We lost 2 infantry. We actually had a much less than average. We had a 13% result, and we lost 4 infantry, which really sucks. But we're going to move our artillery there, 1 infantry there. We're going to move the rest of these 3 up here. Our planes go back to West Russia. Our 3 guys go there. And then We'll put 1 in Novo and 3 over there. And we'll move our sub over here. So what do we got here? We'll have... Alright, let me see what we got there. So we'll have 12, 1, 2 AA guns, 3 tanks, and 5 fighters. Oh. Oh yeah. Okay, and 5 fighters. Alright, so given that math, we're actually going to have an 89% chance to hold this. Now he can go and take the Caucasus, but I can take it right back, because all he can land in there is a guy in a tank. Or 2 guys. I'm gonna have to and he's going to have to deal with this stuff here. This is the part I'm worrying about. Is if I should put 3 guys there or 2 guys there. And do 2 guys here. Because that would be what, 14? I didn't do the math. Alright. Let's split the difference. Let's put 2 guys here. And 2 guys in Archangel. To threaten this. No, you know what? Let's do it aggressively. Let's put 1 guy there. And 3 guys in Archangel to threaten this. See what he does. I've never done this before. I mean, I never buy tanks with Russia. That'd be ridiculous. So, except for the first round. So we'll see what happens. So let's do this. Throw our 4 tanks in Moscow. And we're up to 29 money, so we can still buy 9 more infantry next turn to combat the Japanese advance here. And if he decides to go heavy into Karelia, he'll have 11 infantry, 2 artilleries, and 8 tanks, 9 tanks. I mean, I guess I could get no hitbacks, but I mean, hopefully I get at least 1. Then he's going to leave his fighters out because they can't land here. If he goes into Ukraine, he'll have a much heavier stack. But in either case, I can use the tanks from Russia now to hit this back. So we'll see what Germany decides to do. He's got some decisions to make. If he takes on this battle, he's going to lose it. It's like an 89% chance for me to hold. So, more power to him if he tries it. Alright, that is going to be Russia round number 3. I'll see you guys back for UK round number 3. Alright, United Kingdom round number 3. So we're still on track to meet our USA and British navies in Borneo in round 4. But, so he stacked Burma, he's sacking these 2 transports. But I calculated he can take this with this land units and his planes and bombers. He's got 2 bombers in range and 3 fighters in range. So, in order to defend this up, I need to have, at the end of the turn, I got to have 7 infantry, 2 tanks, 6 fighters, and a bomber. And the AA gun. And that'll give me a 91% chance to hold all this shit. He's didn't even guard the transport, so we're just going to kill him. So, we're going to go ahead and take 1 plane and kill the transports. And then we're going to do a kind of a risky battle. We're going to take our 2 of these guys, go up to 34, drop them in Egypt, take our 2 fighters here, take our bomber, and take 1 of these fighters. There. And this goes 1, 2, 3. Okay. Got to make sure that we end up with 6 fighters in India at the end of the turn. So these 2 will go 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll go there. One of these fighters is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 back on the carrier. This one's going to go 1, 2, 3. Or these. Yeah, this one that attacked here will go 1, 2, 3. These two will land in India and will mobilize one to India. So that should be 6. And that way, this fleet here, with just one fighter on it, has an 85% chance to hold against his 2 fighters and 2 bombers. These 3 fighters can't hit the C zone, but these 2 can if he drops his carrier into C zone 36. If he drops his carrier into C zone 36 and doesn't attack this, I calculated I can use all my fighters and this stuff here and actually wipe his fleet. So that would be definitely what we would do if that happened. This is kind of a risky battle, and it sucks because if we don't take it, the bomber can just land here. In fact, I think the bomber can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I think it can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the bomber can still kill the transport anyway and land in Libya. But if he does that, then his bomber's not attacking this, and his bomber's not attacking India. So, fine. If he wants to put his bomber over here, that's fine. Because then we can move our fleet where we want to put it, which is in Borneo, next turn. So, and we're going to take this guy in this tank and drop him in India to make sure we shore up the defense. Oh yeah, and then up here we're going to take 1 infantryman, go up to C Zone 3 and take Finland. Our America guys are going to add to Finland and take Norway. And then we bought an infantry, a tank, and a plane for India, and then we bought 2 infantry and a transport. So we'll have 2 transports, 2 infantry, and artillery in the tank available for more landings. This fleet's going to be a problem. He added a cruiser now, and the thought being he's going to still keep trying to drop troops in Africa, but he may just be doing a feint and going to pop out here, maybe try to do a sea lion. So I threw myself a note here. We're probably going to buy several subs and move our bomber in position here. And then if he moves into 13 in round 4, then we'll just hit him with our subs and our bomber and try to kill him. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do there. And then hopefully we'll have enough of a defense left over before he can attack the sea lion. So, but he has no bombers, which is good for us. All right. I think that's everything we wanted to do, right? Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, I got that one. Okay, Africa fighters and land units. Okay. I've done it. Strong captures. Alright. Let's go to combat. Alright, the combat was a little bit mixed. So we did not take Egypt. But it's okay because USA can just take it. Obviously not before Japan moves. So we're probably going to lose this transport. But if he lands his bomber in Egypt by itself, then I'll definitely just kill it with my tank and my fighter. He'll probably land it in Libya. So that kind of didn't work out. But it is what it is. So, for the non-combat move, our bomber's going to go back to India. This fighter's going to go back to India. These 2 fighters are going to go back to India. And then 2 fighters are going to go back to India. and one will go back into C Zone 35. Our transport is going to go to 34, pick up our guy. And our guy. Go back here and drop the guys in India. Right? Okay. I kind of want to leave these guys here. In case we have to, in case we have to attack this. No, it's okay. We'll go up here and up here. Although we don't need to. This thing is... Obviously, America's going to have to take Norway. But once America takes Norway, there's no need for me to even move these. I can leave this transport up here. Because he has no bombers, right? He has no bombers. Alright, I'm going to just leave those guys there. Actually, no, I'm not. Because these 5 fighters are going to go and attack this. So I'm going up here. That's why I'm going up there. I'm going up there. And then these guys can go 1, 2, 3. Okay, so they're done. Alright, where else am I going to go here? Let's move this guy over here. Alright, I think that's it. I think that's everything. Alright. Let's see how many planes are in India. 5 fighters. So we got 6 guys. 5 fighters, a tank, and a bomber, and an AA gun, and we're going to put 1 infantry, 1 tank, and 1 fighter in there, so that'll be the defense we need. Alright. So we put a fighter, a tank, and an infantry into India. Put a transport into C Zone 7 and 2 infantry into United Kingdom. Alright. That was kind of a long-winded turn for United Kingdom. But that's it for United Kingdom round number 3, and I'll see you guys back for USA round 3. Alright, United States round number 3. So, the state of the board, Japan backed off his entire navy to C Zone 60. I'm not exactly sure why he did that, unless he's thinking about either moving it down to 36 next turn to stack Burma again, or maybe he's going to make an Alaska play and go for USA. The other thing I have to worry about is this fleet here. It looks like it's designed to keep pumping troops into Africa, but it's potentially could sneak out here to C Zone 13 and threaten the Atlantic. It's a big enough size, so we're going to address that. So I went ahead and bought a couple subs and a bomber. We're going to move our other bomber to the eastern United States with the subs, and then the 2 subs, destroyer, and 2 bombers. If the fleet moves into the Atlantic, we'll kill it. And then the other thing we bought is 2 infantry and 2 artillery. We're going to throw them in the west coast, or we're going to throw 1 each in both coasts, just in case he decides to make an Alaska play, and then we can move up to block and and then we'll guard western United States. But in the meantime, so for the main attacks, we'll just go around starting in the Atlantic. So we'll take one of those and one of those. We'll go to Sea Zone 3 and we'll take Norway. Alright, then we go down here. We will blitz this. Okay, so we're going to blitz that to take it back. Ooh, we could get that USA fighter up in here. Which would be really nice. That might be nice. But it also might be nice to have the USA fighter here. I think we're going to move the USA fighter to West Russia because we're going to have land troops up here, and it might be nice to be able to use them in concert with each other. So we will do that. And then the big play of the turn, obviously, is we're going to take Borneo. So alright, we've figured out the math. Once we move our United Kingdom fleet down here to support our USA fleet, this fleet is not going to be able to kill it. So we should be okay there. And if I look, I think that's all the attacks we're going to do. Alright, so let's get them done. Alright, for the non-combat move, let's start again. We're going to take these two, and these two, go up to Sea Zone 3, drop them in Finland. And right now, because he has no German bombers, these are safe. 1, 2, 3, and he can't land anywhere. So this is all safe. Which is why we're going to leave the destroyer here in case this fleet moves into the Atlantic. Alright, we're going to move this infantry up here with this tank. And we're going to move this transport to Sea Zone 10. Our bomber is going to go over to the east coast. And then let's move this way. These guys are going to go forward. Our plane's going to go up into West Russia. Alright, our aircraft carrier is going to go to 47. Our planes are going to land there. And our destroyers are going to go there to support. And then we're going to pick up our artillery and our infantry. And we're going to go down to 43. And we're going to take our destroyer down to 43. And our sub down to 43. Alright, now let's double check. Okay, I think that's what we want to do. Yep, okay. Alright, mobilization. So we're going to throw 2 subs off the east coast of America with a bomber. And then we're going to throw 1 infantry and 1 artillery on the west coast. And then 1 and 1 on the east coast. So if he decides to attack Alaska, we'll have a guy, a tank, and 2 bombers that can hit this. We'll also move these up here to block. So we should be okay if he does the Alaska play, which never really works. Alright, that is going to be the end of USA round number 3. Alright, Russia round number 4. So, state of the board, our Borneo play was a success. And we set up another mini fleet down here. It's probably going to try to take New Guinea if we can. If not, it'll just kind of circle around to support... because I think we're going to take the Philippines next turn. In round, what is it? Except I only have 1 infantry here now. Because we lost an infantry. So we may not take the Philippines. But we might. I'll have to see. Anyway. Japan is kind of creeping up on Russia. We can kill this so that we can use our bomber and 2 tanks and kill this. And then he'll have four guys in a bomber, in a plane, and a tank against my 2 tanks, or 1 tank, whatever's left. I don't know if we want to do that. But it's not a terrible trade-off, because India's safe right now. He doesn't have anything that can come down. He can stack this again, but I don't think it's going to work, because I can add more stuff here. So we might be able to just buy 3 tanks for India here, and move a couple guys here to Persia, to start dead zoning this. But we'll have to look at that when Russia comes up. I mean, UK comes up. Here, we've calculated a 98% chance to hold. But we're going to take Bello, or at least kill this guy, and we're going to take Karelia back. So we're going to go here with 2 fighters. And then we're going to put a fighter there and 1 infantry. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's do 2. 2 infantries there, too. Because even with 10 infantries, 7 tanks, 1 artillery, and 6 fighters now, we got a 97% chance to hold against everything Germany can throw at it. So, and we're going to put, all we bought was 7 infantry and 2 artilleries, which we'll throw right into Russia here. We're not worried about the Caucasus because he can't blitz because of the factory, so he's not going to be able to bounce through and take Russia. And if they move into the Caucasus, we'll have 17, we'll be able to wipe this. I truly believe that. Because he can't land planes. Except for 1 Japanese fighter. These fighters here can go 1, well, let's see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Still can't get there. So we should be good for 1 more turn there. And we just got to try to get as many units as we can up here. But that's for UK to discuss. So let's run this. All right. Okay, combat was perfect. We took both territories and we didn't lose anybody. Fighters will go back to West Russia. Our tanks will move up to West Russia. Now he's got a decision. Now he can take these 5 guys, 2 infantry or 2 artilleries and his fighters and knock these guys out. He can use any combination of this over here to take these guys out. But that's just going to be a nuisance for him. And plus, we should be dropping a lot more stuff into Finland and Norway. And so that should be pretty good. All we got to do is beat Japan back here and we'll be okay. All right, we're going to move our sub into C Zone 9. And that's just in case this fleet comes out here and whatever survives here, we may have to hit it with the sub. Even though the sub by itself is nothing. We may have to do that. So what else do we got going here? I think that's it. So let's finish our turn here. What's the other one there? Oh yeah, I read that one. All right. Oh. All right, our 2 artilleries and 6 infantries. We should have only bought 8 guys. We were silly. And 1 will go in the Caucasus. Only because we had to. We probably should have just bought like a tank. Should have bought a tank, 2 artilleries, and 6 guys to not worry about mobilizing here. So that was a mistake. We should have thought about that. But all in all, I think it was a pretty solid turn by Russia. And we have 23 money, so we can buy 1 artillery or 2 artillery and 5 guys. So we can buy 7 more units to put back in Russia here. So we're doing okay as far as this goes. We just keep flooding West Russia. I think we'll be okay. And we keep stopping him from advancing on Karelia. We should be pretty good. So this we got to deal with, but we might risk the tanks just to kill this and then give us another turn with which to play with this. But we'll see. We'll see what Germany does, and then we'll go from there. So that will be the end of Russia round 4, and I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 4. Alright, United Kingdom round number 4. So we did the math, and as long as we move our English fleet here down to Borneo, 47, we have like a 78% chance, 77, 78, something like that, to be able to defend. Which is good enough, I think. 77%. That's with... No, wait a minute here. Oh, let's see here. 91? Alright, 90 it looks like. He has 40 monies left, and we calculated that best case scenario for him, he buys 5 more destroyers. And so in order to counter that, we bought another carrier for England that we're going to put off the coast at 35. We're going to throw 2 fighters on it. And then we bought 5 infantry, 1 infantry for India, and 4 more for United Kingdom. So we can fill the 2 transports that we have. I wanted to add more transports here, but I want to lock this down at least for until I can get the United States IC up and running. So that's what we're going to do right now. That's what we bought. So for the combat, this is a mistake. He left this bomber by itself over here in Libya. So we're going to hit it with a bomber. We're going to take our 2 tanks, which I hate to do, and we're going to attack the Caucasus. We're going to take these 2 fighters and attack the Caucasus. We're going to take 2 of these fighters and attack the Caucasus. And we're going to take this fighter and attack the Caucasus. Actually... Yeah, I kind of do want to do that, actually. All right, let's do that. All right. Now, these guys on their way down here to this sea zone, they're going to attack Burma, and we're going to take 2 infantries and move into Burma. And that will be all of the combat. These 5 fighters and the bomber here are kind of troublesome. So we're not going to be able to take France or Northwestern right now because we don't have enough ships to defend from the 5 fighters. We can defend from the 1 bomber with a cruiser and 2 destroyers. So that's what we'll do until we can get some more ships over here. But right now, we can't do that. So, but we're getting there. All right, let's. Unlikely. Okay, it's unlikely because we're not going to capture it. But a 4 against a 1 defending, we just want to kill the bomber. Strong, strong, strong. Okay. Alright, combat was kind of mixed. Of course, we killed his bomber, but he got double hitbacks, and we lost both tanks, which is pretty friggin' ridiculous. So anyway, 3 of these fighters are going to go there. Okay, wait a minute. I got to do this. Okay, I got to open this up. So this fighter here is going to go to 35. That fighter is going to go to 35. And then the remaining 3 fighters will go to West Russia. These 4 fighters are going to go to 47. Our aircraft carriers to 47. Cruisers to 47. Transport. Oh, should we pick up a guy? All right. Well, no, we won't pick it up. We'll just move the transport over here to 47. Destroyer to 47, submarine to 47. We're going to move 1 infantryman right there. Oh yeah. And then we're going to take this transport and go here. We're going to load our tank. We're going to load our artillery. We're going to load our 2 guys. And we're going to go back up here and drop them both in Finland. And I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. All right. We're going to throw our aircraft carrier in Sea Zone 35. We're going to throw 4 infantry into England and 1 into India. that's going to conclude United Kingdom round number 4, and I'll see you guys back for USA round 4. Alright, United States round number 4. So, the state of the board, he moved into Philippines, and he bought 2 subs and a destroyer. With all his stuff attacking here, this has like a, let's see here, 65% chance to hold. Not great, but if he wants to lose all of his shit, so be it. And sometimes you just got to take risks. So I'm going to go ahead and take a risk. I bought an industrial complex for Borneo, and then I just bought 3 artillery, 3 infantry to put in Eastern United States. I'm going to refill my 3 transports over here. Oops, sorry. And we're going to go from there, and hopefully we can keep this. We're going to probably lose India next turn. But we're going to see, we might be able to take it back. Oops. No. We might be able to take India back the turn after that. I don't know if we can. Not sure. But I don't think we can get this up enough to defend. We may just do a play where we hammer this with all of our fighters, our bomber, and our 5 guys, and try to whittle it down, maybe strafe it and get it down to a manageable number. But in that case, we're probably going to lose fighters, and I don't want to lose fighters because I need them for the defense of this. So the other thing we're going to do risky is we're just going to go ahead and take New Guinea. Right, so let's take New Guinea. And I think our fighters can get there. Yep, our fighters can get there. Alright. Just give them 1 less money and then more stuff to take back. And then as far as in Africa, we're going to take Egypt. And then we're going to move forward and take this back for Russia. Right? I think that's all we're going to do. Man, I really thought about taking, using this transport, taking this infantry guy. And going up here and taking this back. I thought about that. Man, that would be good. Because he can hit it with the tank, or he can drop guys there and hit it back. So he can take it back, no problem. So we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. We'll probably just next turn buy an artillery. We're going to buy more ships for this, obviously. But we'll probably buy an artillery. Let's see what we can do here. So it's a 65. If we get rid of 1 destroyer, I think he takes it. Yeah, it's like a 43-40 battle. But then he can't use any of this stuff to go over here and drop in India. But it won't matter because this is enough stuff to kill India. So we're just going to build up enough troops here and try to mass build it up. And we're going to try to hit this stuff back with Russia and keep them out of here. So all right, let's get this done. Strong in New Guinea, strong in Egypt, strong in Karelia. All right. Alright, combat was pretty good. We'll take our fighter and drop him back into West Russia. We're going to move our stuff that's in Norway forward. We're going to take our tank and our infantrymen, go up to Sea Zone 3, drop them in Finland. We're going to take one transport, move it back to Sea Zone 10. We're going to move our destroyer and our subs to Sea Zone 12. We're going to move our bombers let's see. So we can do that and land them there. If they're here, they can go 1, 2, 3, 4. We might want to put them here. Does he have a bomber that can reach there? 5, no. Can't get there now. What about the Japanese bombers? No. They're all the way over here. And he's moving anyway. So let's put him here. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can land them there, but then they'll be susceptible to being killed. If they're here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still the same. Alright, let's put them here. And then the fighters are going back to 47. The destroyer is going to 49, and the sub is going to 49 as well. And then these are going up to Canada. These are going up to Canada. Okay, one transport's going to Sea Zone 10. Right? I think that's it for America. Alright, for mobilization, our industrial complex is going into Borneo. Our 3 infantry, no, we'll do 2 infantry and 2 artillery. Wait a minute. 2 infantry and 2 artillery. There, we'll do 1 infantry and 1 artillery there. So then we'll have 3 here, and we'll have, let's see, these guys can move over, these guys can move up. Put our destroyer in Sea Zone 11. And we will be good to go. And then we'll just have to buy ships to keep this, which is fine. Alright, so that will conclude America round number 4. Okay, this is Russia round 5, so I accidentally didn't record. So, just to go over the turn real quick, all I did was I hit the Kazakh with 2 artillery, 2 infantry, and 2 fighters. I hit this with a guy and 2 fighters, and then I took the Caucasus with 1 guy. And then I moved an infantry into West Russia to hold here. We have like an 82% chance to hold against this stuff here. And I mobilized 5 infantry and 2 artillery back into Russia. That's basically our entire turn. And we moved our sub up to Sea Zone 7 in case he tries to get cute and put something here. We can have a sub to attack it and some fighters. So I just forgot to hit record. So anyway, that is Russia round number 5. And I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 5. Alright, United Kingdom round number 5. So, the state of the board, we've done the math on this battle here in the ocean. And once we add our aircraft carrier and our 2 fighters, we have, I believe, a 60% chance to 64% chance. Yeah, about a 65% chance to hold right here. So we're going to do that. Our big issue is we're going to lose India this turn. So that's not a good thing. But I'm trying to see if there's any other victory cities he can take. He doesn't have anything in range of Hawaii yet. So we're safe there. So we're going to do a couple of things that are not... and he moved into Karelia, which kind of sucks. I think this stack is under threat. Our purchase was 4 more guys for these 2 transports and 2 destroyers. We're going to throw them into Sea Zone 7. We're going to try to get enough of a defensive navy here that we can start landings in Europe, like strong landings. So start buying transports and land units to land here. So we are going to, and then this guy here, he's going to start taking the rest of Russia's money. I'm not going to let him do that. So we're going to take our bomber here and 1 fighter from West Russia and attack that. And then we're moving out of India. So we're taking that and we're taking our 2 fighters down to India. Leaving a bomber there on defense is not a great idea because it only defends at a 1. And then one of these planes is going to kill this transport. And then all this stuff's going to end up landing in 47. I don't think there's anything else. I can't use this plane over here because it has to go to 47 in order for us to defend. And then probably we're going to land in Morocco this turn with America. And I was going to send these guys up here, but they're probably going to get wiped. If I take Morocco, he can use the bomber against 2 destroyers. Maybe he wins that. Maybe he loses his bomber. I don't know. But I think it's worth the risk because he's going to take his tank and his guy down here to Egypt. And we have nothing else in Africa. So we've got to get some land units over here. The 5 guys here are going to help. And then without this transport, he can't bounce over 35 and drop anything in Persia. So that is a very quick turn for United Kingdom, or at least quick in terms of actual moves, but long in terms of analysis. So let's run the combat. Strong in Evenki, strong in Persia, strong in Sea Zone, obviously. All right, let's hope for no hitbacks in the Evenki. Okay, that combat was tremendous. So these fighters are going back to West Russia. This fighter's going to 47, this fighter's going to 47, and our aircraft carrier's going to 47. Our transport's going to 46, picking up our guy, and then going back to 47 and dropping him in Borneo. Our fighter here is going back to West Russia, and our bomber is going to go Alright, if he wants to risk a bomber against a guy and a bomber, that's fine. With no infantry for casualties, that's fine. let's see. And then we're going to take our 2 transports, grab our 4 guys, take them back up to 3, and drop them in Finland. If he wants to kill this stack, hopefully these guys get some hits back and take this down a little bit. If not, we might be in trouble. But I think my Russians are going to kill these 2 territories next turn. And then, obviously, we got to defend Archangel from the Blitz. So we got to defend Archangel from the Blitz. And I think that's it. It sucks to lose India, but it is what it is. Let's see. And then nothing is in range of this, I don't believe, either. So our 2 bombers here can be moved to support the Morocco landing. All right. I think that's everything I want to do. All right. We'll put our destroyers in C-Zone 7 and our 4 infantry into United Kingdom. After he moves in here, we could attack this with 9 fighters and a bomber, a couple of bombardments, 1 bombardment, and this stuff back. So if he moves in here, can't land any planes there, we might be able to counterpunch this if we decide to move our fleet out of and abandon this, which I really don't want to do. So we probably won't do it. We'll probably just try to take as many of these territories as possible. Russia's going to push forward for sure now because this is dead. So we're going to push forward with Russia, and we're going to push forward into this territory and take as much of this back as we possibly can. So we are going to actually push forward and out of here. And we have 31 bucks to spend with United Kingdom next turn. And that should be enough to buy, well, a decent amount of 2 more transports is 14, leaving me 17, and then a handful of troops. So we'll see what Germany does here with that. But that's for next turn. That's going to conclude UK round 5, and I'll see you guys back for USA round number 5. All right, United States round number 5. So Japan spent all of their money to buy ships, and they walked into India, which he was going to take it anyway. So we saved our 5 infantry here, and he's got 1 IC here, but he's only down to 2 transports. He used a transport to reclaim New Guinea, but of course he didn't cover it, so we're going to kill that for free. He's got 1 more transport. That's it. So we're going to try to start making some headway, taking some of this land back here, and he won't be able to take it back. Obviously, India is going to be a problem, but if he keeps buying ship, and so the way we counteracted his ship buying is I went ahead and bought another carrier, 2 more planes, and a sub, and that gives me an 83% chance to hold C-Zone 47 against all this entire fleet. So we're good there. We are going to do some stuff as far as sacking transports, which I hate to do, but we're going to do it because it's going to cut down on his money, and it's going to give him choices to make to try to reclaim some of the stuff, and we don't want him to do that. So we want to try to cut into his money. So our combat move, first thing we're going to do is bomb India. Hopefully we don't lose any bombers, but if whatever we don't lose, it's going into West Russia, because our second play is we're going to take these with Russia, and we're going to have a nice defense against Germany here. So we're going to do that, and we decided now we're going to go ahead and take Morocco. So we're going to go down to 13, take Morocco. We're going to cover it with our 2 destroyers. If he wants to use a bomber against those 2 destroyers, he can. Or he can try to use it against those 2 destroyers, he can. Or he can not use it at all. But hopefully he loses his bomber at some point. Hopefully. And that's all the attacks we're going to... Oh, no. We're going to kill this transport. So let's kill this transport. Kill that transport for free. Oh, yeah. And then the other thing we're going to do is we're going to sack a transport. And we're going to take Thailand. The reason we're going to take Thailand... If he wants to use his last transport on taking this back, fine, because I'm going to use my British transport with my 1 guy to take Burma, so the tank will be blocked. And then this USA guy will take this one and then start moving north again. And we'll start taking away some of this territory from Japan. And as long as we keep buying ships, keep pace, he's going to... I think we can stay ahead of him, I'm hoping. Let's see, what else? Nothing else for America. Yep, nothing else for America. Alright, so let's do the combat, which I think is none. Captures. Oh yeah, captures. And we're going to bomb India. So let's see how the bombing goes. Alright, bombing was successful and we did 5 IPCs worth of damage, which is pretty good. In fact, we can probably get 6 out of it if we use our United Kingdom bomber before Japan moves, which we might do. 1, 2, 3, yeah, we might do that. I don't know, maybe we'll throw that bomber, who knows. But our bombers here are going to go into West Russia. Our destroyers and our subs are going to go into C-Zone 13. We're going to move our infantry and our artillery into Canada. Going to move our 3 transports back to C-Zone 10. Going to move these guys up into Canada. And oh yeah, and our fighter here is going back to C-Zone 47. And I'm pretty sure that is it for America's turn. Yeah, because if Japan starts buying transports, which they might have to, that's good for us. And we'll just keep bombing the shit out of India and see if we can't take this back somehow. Alright, I think that's all we can do with America. Yeah. Alright, we're going to mobilize our aircraft carrier, our 2 fighters, and our submarine into C-Zone 47. And that is going to conclude America's round number 5. And I'll see you guys back for Russia round 6. Alright, Russia round number 6. So for Russia, we went ahead and bought 6 guys and an artillery. And we've done some math on this. I need 12 guys, 6 tanks, the 7 fighters, 2 AA guns, and the 2 bombers. And I have a 72% chance to hold this against Germany right here. If he wants to take a 26% battle, so be it. I don't know if he will. I don't think he will, but he might. But we'll have to see. So we are going to take 1 infantry and this artillery and a fighter and try to take Ukraine. And then we are going to take 2 infantry and 2 fighters. Wait a minute. Yeah. 2 infantry and 2 fighters. And try to take Bello. Right? And then we're going to take 1 guy and an artillery. And then we're going to take this guy and an artillery. And then we're going to take 1 tank. And take Ivanki back. Right? And hopefully these both succeed. At a very minimum, we have to kill the infantry guys to defend. Alright, so let's go there. Hits. Wow. Alright, combat was spectacular. No losses across the board. So, our fighters are going back to West Russia. 1 infantry is going to Archangel to prevent the Blitz. Everything else is going into West Russia. This isn't going to last, though, because he's going to get up to 20 guys here, and then that's going to not be good. Unless he decides to hit Finland, in which case we should get some hits back. We don't know how many, but he'll probably still have a decent-sized force here. But because Japan has no land forces anywhere, we're going to go ahead and snatch. We can snatch. He's got no transports in range here. He's going to have to use his transport over here if he decides to. We can take a lot of Russians' territory back and get some of our money back. So we're going to leave our sub there in case he decides to throw anything in there. I think we're good. Okay. All right. I need to put some guys in Archangel. Or let's see. Let's do 2 guys in the artillery in the Caucasus and 4 guys in Russia. No, do we want to do that? Because what if he goes into Archangel? So let's not do that. Let's put the artillery and 5 guys there and put 1 in Caucasus. We may just pull back here so that we can, we'll go here. Alright. Should we put the artillery in there? So what do I have? 2 artillery? I'd have 3 artillery. Yeah, I want the artillery in Russia. Just in case he does the Archangel play. I don't think he will because I don't think it's feasible. But the further away I get from Moscow is not good for me. So we'll have to see. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Alright. Got Russia up to 25 money. And our income's going to be... Well, we're not going to lose Ukraine. We can't lose Ukraine this turn. We will probably lose Bello. Could lose Archangel. But we can run this tank and get 2 more for free. And then we might even be able to run it down here because he has no transports. Run it down here to Manchuria. So he's going to have to start, Japan's going to have to start buying some transports. So, anyway. That is going to be it for Russia round number 6. And I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round 6. Alright, United Kingdom round number 6. So, the state of the board. Our fleet here in 47 currently has an 83% chance to hold against all of his stuff here. We successfully bombed the shit out of India last turn. So he's going to have to repair that. But he does have 41 money and 33 income. So income's going pretty good right now. We're going to try to cut into it a little. But he only has very few land troops in Asia. And we're going to run this tank over here with Russia. So we need to decide where we're going to attack. So we've decided we'll figure this Pacific one out. But we're going to take a little bit of a chance. We're going to take our 2 transports. We're going to go 1 down here. Going to pick up 1 infantry. Take France. Take our other transport down here. Pick up 1 infantry. Take Northwestern. We are going to take 1 infantry and take trans. And then I would have bombed India again with our English bomber, but I'm not going to risk a bomber for just 1 IPC because the most damage we can do is 1. So we're not going to do that. And that's pretty much it. I guess we could go and kill this tank. Maybe we should go and kill this tank with our fighters and our bomber. Or kill this guy. That might not be bad play. God, I hate to risk air power for that. But if we do that, I can just use 1 Russian to take it, and I don't have to worry about anything else, and I can use all my planes to kill the tank. Alright, screw it, we're taking risks. I really don't like to do it, but if we lose the bomber, kind of sucks. But we still have 2 American bombers, so we'll be alright. And then we're going to take our 1 little infantry here. And we're going to go up here and take Yunnan. And the purpose for this play here is to split up his aircraft, and so he can't use 1 aircraft to kill both my destroyers. He's going to need aircraft if he wants to hit any of this. And he could use the 1 tank against the infantrymen here, but he'll probably want to support it with aircraft. He's got 6 planes and 2 bombers. The more aircraft we can divert, he can't use it on this fleet here. And so we just want to give him more targets and make it a little bit more difficult for him. We don't intend to keep everything, but he's got very few land units, like we said, in Asia. So the more land units we can take out, the better. Alright, I think that's going to be it for our turn here. Okay, I've been living dangerously all game by using my aircraft against without infantry support, and it just bit me in the ass in a huge way. Because we lost the bomber, we didn't even kill the infantry. So, that was really rough. Man, that was really painful. 4 aircraft cannot get 1 hit against an infantry. That's pretty fucking atrocious. But It is what it is. So we got to make sure we move our ships down here to Sea Zone 8 to protect Sea Zone 8. That doesn't bode well for the future of our Navy here, surviving against his 4 planes. Oh, that's bad. Anyway, it was a risky move to begin with. We probably shouldn't have done it, because now we're going to have to use Russian stuff. But I think the idea was sound, to clear this so that Russia could go in there with only one guy, and I could use all of my forces against the tank here. So, anyway, that was the idea. We probably won't be doing that again, but you never know. Sometimes I like to do risky shit. Anyway, so let's finish up this move here. Gonna throw the cruiser, transport, and the 4 infantry into United Kingdom. Alright, so that will conclude United Kingdom round number 6. And I will see you guys back for United States round number 6. Alright, United States round number 6. So, Japan actually repaired the IC in India, bought 3 infantry for it, and then he bought 2 subs and a destroyer. We did the math on this fleet against my fleet here, and we bought 2 subs to get this back up to a 71% chance to defend. Right? So it's a 71% chance to defend against all this stuff. Our purchase for this turn was 2 submarines, 2 transports. One's going on the west coast of America, and one's going down there in Borneo. 1 guy in 6 infantry and 2 artilleries, and they'll be spread out. 1 infantry is going to go in Borneo, and the rest are going to be distributed on the east and west coast of America. So for our combat move, we're going to take this point here. Now I know he's going to take this, and because I'm going to use this English guy to attack this with my fighters from the Caucasus this next turn. So I can clear this out. Russia's going to use 1 infantry to take this and the tank to blitz this. I just want to cut into his money. I know if he uses 1 infantry to take each of these territories, then I'll have 1 infantry and the 4 fighters here that I can actually try to take it back the next turn without using a transport, which I thought about leaving it here and making him fight for it, but I think it's just easier just to make him move farther away from India. So we're going to do that. We're going to take our bombers and we're going to bomb India again. We're going to take our infantry and take Germany, and then we're going to take 1 sub here and attack the sub in 15 and see if his sub profile is set to submerge all subs. So if it isn't, if it is and the sub doesn't die here, then we can't move our stuff here into Africa. We'll have to move them somewhere else. I was hoping to set up so we could go to Africa, but I think we'll just go here and drop them off in United Kingdom, or we'll move them up here to Greenland because he has no bomber, and then we can ship them over to Karelia. We're backing out of West Russia this turn and the beginning of next turn, so that Germany will probably, hopefully, just take this heavy, and then we can take Karelia. If he doesn't and he takes it light, we're gonna hit it back. But I think that's really all of the combat we want to do. The plane here, I don't want to risk a plane against a tank. I don't want to risk a plane against an infantry because my planes haven't been hitting lately. I don't want to risk a plane against an artillery. So I'm just going to keep the plane there, and we're not going to attack. So that's going to be all the attacks we're going to do this turn. Let's see here. Yeah. Alright, this is unlikely, probably because he has it set to submerge. I wonder if that's an indicator that it's set to submerge. Because a 2 against a 1 defending would be. The only problem is I need the destroyers to defend against the planes. Let's confirm that anyway. So let's do this. Okay, I don't understand that at all. Okay, this guy is going to Africa. Our fighter is going to go to Moscow. Okay, now that the sub died, we're going to pick up our stuff here and go to Africa. And then we can move this forward. And then these ships got to go up there to defend. And this transport's going to go back up to 10. These guys are going to go over to Canada to be picked up. This guy is going to move up here. Alright, I think that's all we want to do as America. Alright. These are safe here, right? Yeah, he has no bomber. So they're safe. Alright. Alright, so our 2 submarines got to go down here. And 1 infantry guy. And a transport. Our other transport is going off the west coast of America with 1 infantry and 1 artillery. And then the other 4 guys are going into eastern United States. Alright. I hope I did the math right on those fighters and stuff. Alright, that is going to be it. That's going to be it for United States round number 6, and I'll see you guys back for Russia round 7. Alright, Russia round number 7. So USA had a pretty successful turn, in my opinion. Russia, though, we're going to have to back out of West Russia because he's got odds on it. We could have got it up to 50% to hold, but it's just... I just need to do something to shake things up. So what we're going to do is we're going to blitz this. Come back here. So we're going to take this back. We're going to move 1 infantry forward and take that. And then we are going to take 2 infantry and 2 planes and hit the tank. And then if I do 2 infantry here and this fighter, our purchase was 7 infantry and 1 artillery. But 4 infantry have to go in here. And I should probably move the fighters there too. Six infantry and 3 fighters. I only calculated the 6 infantry and 3 fighters against the German stuff. I need more infantry and fighters against the Japanese stuff. So I went ahead and did that. They might go this way. Maybe they'll take both of these. Trying to get more money. But my Americans are coming. So we'll see. We'll see what the response is from Japan there. Alright. I think that's all I want to do. It's kind of risky, but we're going to try it anyway. Alright. Alright, that sucks. So we couldn't take Bello in 3 rounds of combat. That sucks. But we did kill the guy there, but I really wanted to... I really wanted to take Bello. But it wasn't to be. So, let's see here. We're going to move our 6 tanks. 8 of our infantry... 2 artillery and our AA guns back into Russia. So now he can take Ukraine back. He could take it anyway with this stuff bouncing back from the from Italy. But if he does that, he's not going to be able to take any of this stuff. So that might be good for us too. So and the Caucasus should be safe, at least for 1 round. But man, I really wanted Bello. That really sucks. Alright. Anything else from the non-com? I don't think so. We left 1 guy in here so he can't blitz. I'm going to put our artillery. 4 guys in there. 3 guys in there. Alright, and we'll be able to buy 8 more guys next turn. So whichever way he decides to go, this is hopefully going to be tempting. He may just take it light, but it's going to weaken this stuff here. I don't think I have enough to do a 1-2 yet on the Caucasus. I probably should have put him in range. But we'll see. If he moves heavy into here, then obviously we'll take this. If he moves light, we'll have to see what he leaves in Germany. And we got to decide at some point if we're going to be able to... maybe we'll take Italy. I don't know. We'll have to see. But we're set up. That's going to be the end of America round... I'm sorry. That's going to be the end of Russia round 7. And I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 7. Alright, United Kingdom round number 7. So, the state of the board, Germany attacked Finland and lost a shitload of infantry. He lost like 12 infantry and then retreated. So, but he decimated my stack here. And then he took West Russia and Archangel very lightly. Which is fine, because I think I can take both of these back with Russia. And he's dwindled his infantry stack, and he's got nothing to support it. He hasn't come up here. So that's going to put him back. So we're actually doing okay there. I just have to make sure during Russia's turn I take West Russia and Archangel no matter what. This right here is pretty safe, I think. I've done the math from the Japanese stack. And then I need to shore this up because now he bought a bomber. So C-Zone 3 is not safe. C-Zone 2 is not safe. C-Zone 10 is safe until he moves the bomber to France. We're going to try to take France with the English. The problem is all we've got is 4 infantry and the 2 cruisers. And it says, according to the calculator, it's a 92% take. But if we don't hit anything on the bombardments, I worry about that. But we're going to hammer it anyway. Worst case scenario, the Americans can take both of these, but I have to kill both of these. So we went ahead and bought an aircraft carrier, a fighter, and 3 artilleries for next turn. So we'll be able to have A little bit of a punch next turn. And we're going to start building more stuff here. We're going to take France because we can get our income up to 32, which would be nice. USA's income is ridiculously big. It's 52 right now. And after this turn, it's going to be up to 53. And then I can get it up to 55, at least for one turn. And 56 because we're going to take Libya too. So we're going to get it up to a decent amount. We don't have enough yet. I think I need to buy one more artillery to hit the East Indies. But as soon as that happens, we're going to be making a shitload of money. So for United Kingdom's combat. So this was our debate. Do we take the 2 in Yunnan or Kwangtung for free, or do we hit Sichuan? So here's the reasoning behind this. If I hit Sichuan and I take it, it's going to be at least 2 turns before he even has a counterattack. Right? If I take Kwangtung, he has 2 transports here and a couple of bombers. He can mount a counterattack and take this. Although, will he? Because he's going to have to defend against... He's going to want to attack this as well. And he has no other transport, so maybe we'll take Kwangtung. The other thing I thought was we'd kill this, and that way... but I guess we can do it with Russia. We can kill this with Russia. And we can take this with Kwangtung. I mean with England. Maybe that's the play. Take this with England, kill this with Russia. Because if he decides to go here with the transports and the bombers and the fighters, he's gonna have the fighters. Then he exposes his transport into 61. Then my fighters here, 1, 2, can hammer this thing. Ooh, that might be that might be the play. That might be the play. All right, I originally was going to hit Sichuan, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to take Kwangtung. I actually think that's the better play. So since I'm going to do that, I wonder if I should hit this with my 3 fighters and my 3 infantry. Or should I leave it up to Russia? Actually, Russia is going to need to use the fighters to kill this, unless I kill it with these guys. Alright, I got to run a bit of math real quick. Alright, so he's got 5 infantry, 3 artillery. The tank can come from India and 2 bombers from Manchuria. Right now I've got 8, 1, and 6 fighters. I am going to... I have a 99% chance to hold. If I go down 2 infantry... What's my chance to hold? 97? Okay. Alright, I'm going to do it then. Alright, I can hold this 97 against Japan, so I'm going to do this. We're going to take 2 and the 3 fighters, try to clear out West Russia. That way Russia can use 2 of its fighters over here on Sichuan, or 1 fighter, and then the other fighter can go up here to Archangel, because we have to take both. But obviously, if we don't take the territory, that's fine. We got enough here to defend, which is all we really need to do. But since I'm not doing the Sichuan play, because fine, if that's there, if he attacks here in Japan with the bombers and the 2 guys, That's fine. He'll probably pick him up with the transport and drop him here with the with the fighters. And if he does that, that's fine. He might just go 1 in the 2 bombers and then 1 and the fighters. But in any case, the transport's got to move into 61 where I can kill it. So I like that. Because I want to get rid of his transports if I can. So that's going to be the play. Oh yeah, and then we're going to take 4 guys. Hit France. And the 2 cruises bombard. I'm going to try to take France. And that's it. I think that's it. Yep. Alright, we captured Kwangtung. We're strong in West Russia. And we are strong in France. Alright, let's do this. Wow, that's bad. Well, combat was actually mixed. So we failed in France miserably, which is bad. But we took West Russia without any casualties. So we're actually going to be up to 30, I think. And Russia doesn't have to deal with West Russia. Now I can just focus on Archangel and Sichuan. Which is fine. But I'm going to have to use all my Americans to take France and Northwestern. Because these fighters here can reach. And we can't have that. So... And I don't have any air on that either. So that's going to be a tough battle. Let's see. Can this bomber... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... No, it can't even get there. This bomber's out of play. This fighter's out of play. It's going to be rough. This is going to be rough here. Man, we needed that win. I should have sent more units. All right. Is that all I want to do? Is for movement? Yeah, that's all I want to do. All right, put the aircraft carrier, the fighter, and the 3 artilleries. All right. All right. That is going to be the end of United Kingdom round number 7. And I'll see you guys back for United States round 7. All right, America round 7. So, state of the board. He took back a lot of his territories here. But United Kingdom was able to take West Russia back for me, so Russia will only have to focus on 2 territories. And then he made this play in 59, so he took a transport and 1 guy, or just a transport, a destroyer and a sub. And I kind of like this play, right? So the obvious look from here is that he's going to take Hawaii, right? So if you don't pay attention, you could move your transport and your guy over down here to Hawaii to defend it, and then he can walk into western United States. And believe it or not, that happens quite a bit because you get so focused on defending Hawaii that you totally forget that 59 is in range of western US. I am going to do both. I'm going to drop a transport full of stuff here because he can only attack with 2 infantry, so I want it to be well defended. And I'm also going to put a little mini fleet here to defend 56. So our purchases this turn were 1 infantry, that's going in western United States, 2 subs, a battleship, a destroyer, and a transport. The 2 subs are going in 47 because he moved these out of here and he bought another destroyer and a sub. So this fleet's chance to hold is still pretty high. With the addition of the 2 subs, it actually goes above 80% to hold, which is much better I feel a lot more comfortable, even though he's not really attacking it. It's 86% to hold. And so I opted for that. I also was initially going to put an artillery here, but I just ran out of money. I also wanted to add some more stuff over here, but like I said, I ran out of money. So we're going to do a couple of risky things in our combat. We're going to send our sub and our bomber at these two destroyers. And the reason for that is if we kill these two destroyers, we can leave a transport off the coast of 13 here and threaten Italy. Even though he could move his fleet, he'll have to leave something in 15, which means he can't just go grab this and then drop it in Egypt. He'll either have to go back here and stay here. He can go this way and attack my units here, which I'm going to have, but in any case, he'll have to leave it here. That's if that's successful. We are going to take France, and we're going to take Northwestern. So we're going to take one artillery and one infantry. And we're going to go up to Sea Zone 8. We're going to hit France with it. And then we're going to take two artillery, two infantry, go to Sea Zone 8. I wonder if I want to take Northwestern with the 2 and take that. I just got to make sure I get a hit here. If France guy holds, that's going to really suck. And I initially wanted to save this, but I'm not going to save it. So let's go there, and we'll go there, and we'll drop them in France. We'll take both of those. And then we will not do our sub. We won't do this attack, because we will not be able to put anything here to threaten Italy. So we're not going to do that this turn. So we'll go ahead and bomb India again. And then the other risky play we're going to do is we're going to take our transport. We're going to take this guy here. We're going to go here. We're going to pick up this guy. We're going to go here. We're going to take our 4 fighters. We're going to hit East Indies. We're going to try to take that with just 2 infantry and 4 fighters and sack the transport here. And if we can take it, that would be fantastic. If we can't, we're just going to be set back a couple turns. I thought about using my 4 fighters and my guy to try to hit this guy, but I figure this is worth more and he's not going to be able to take it back. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then our American fighter here, we're just going to leave our American fighter there. Alrighty. Oh, wait a minute. We're going to move... let's see. Should I move both of them or one of them? Let's just move one guy forward and take that, and we'll leave one guy in Algeria. I assume he's going to take Egypt next turn. In fact, so let's take both of these. Then he'll have to use these. We'll at least have a chance to hit this back if he takes it. All right. Let's see, what else? I think that's it. We're going to move these guys actually back into Norway. to be able to be picked up by this stuff here. And we're going to shuffle these guys around, and then these guys are going to go up here. It's not going to matter. Anyway, all right. I think that's it. This is the big battle, obviously. Strong, strong, strong. All right. Oh, fuck. It's another 2 turns now. That's just fucking amazing. I don't know how this guy keeps doing it, but he got Snake Eyes return fire in the East Indies. Nothing hit back. One guy hit back, and out of all these troops he had in Europe, and both these guys, the Japanese guys, fought to the death, apparently. That's just bad luck, I guess. I really wanted to take the East Indies because I really need the money, and now I'm at least 2 turns away from taking it, so that really sucks. But like I said, it is what it is. There's no accounting for the dice. So we're going to land those guys there. We're going to move these guys up here. We're going to move our sub back here. Man, that is just atrocious. All right. All right, so the 2 submarines, wait a minute, go into 47. The infantry, the destroyer, the battleship, and the transport all go into Western United States. All right, so that will conclude America round number 7, and I'll see you guys back for Russia round 8. All right, Russia round number 8. So USA's failed attack on East Indies kind of blows. I would like to advance here, but I think it's probably more important to take my Kazakh back, even though they're going to hit it with this. But I am going to encroach in on Germany a little bit more and just make it irritating for them. So all I did was buy 8 infantry because I had 24 monies. So my combat move, I'm going to run my tank over here. Let's see, it doesn't matter. He's in range of here or here. I thought about going out to Soviet Far East. Then he'd have to take his transport out here to 63. That might be the better play, to get him to move his transport out here. Actually, it might be okay to have it sitting in 62. I got to figure out a way to get something in range of it. I don't have anything in range of it yet, so oh well. We're going to do that. We're going to use our artillery here. 1 infantry and a fighter. We're going to use 2 infantries and 2 fighters on Archangel. We're going to move 1 guy up to take Bellow. And we thought about so I thought a lot about where to go from here with Bellow. I'm actually going to move 2 of these guys into Ukraine, because that way either the Germans will pull this out and hit it with his fleet. If he wants to take it back, he's going to have to hit it with his fleet. You can use the fighters and the planes, and if he uses the planes, he's not going to be using them back here. And he has no artillery, so he's going to have to choose where he wants to use his stuff. And with any luck, we'll get some hits back. So I think that's all we want to do in combat. Let's run to combat and see what happens. Oh yeah, I want to blitz. Okay. Alright. Alright, we move our planes back to Russia. All of our planes back to Russia. Combat was pretty good. We only lost one guy taking Archangel back. We're going to move the sub there in case we need to use it. Actually, no, we can leave it there. Let's see here. I'm going to move two guys. I should do three guys just to make it interesting. Yeah, let's do one more. I'm going to move three guys here just to make it interesting. So when this attack, he's going to have to use the planes, and it might fail, which would be really cool for us. All right. We're getting pretty thin here, though, but we are getting some of our money back. And it's probably a little bit risky to go forward into Germany. It's probably a little risky because these guys are now 2 turns away from Moscow, but if he wants to move this stack down here, I think I have enough, especially with next round's purchase, which is going to be, what am I making, 25? I'm making 25 monies, so I should have one more artillery and 7 more guys. And then next turn, I'm either going to get Manchuria, or I'm going to get Soviet Far East back, if this tank is still here. He may go forward, and they may stack the Kazakh, but if they do that, I think I can kill everything that he sends right here with my Russian troops. So the big decision for him to make is whether or not he tries to take Ukraine back. If he doesn't and he just takes these 2 back, well, then I can take Poland, Bulgaria, and then depending on what happens here, he may even move a lot of guys down here. And if he does that, then he's sending less towards Finland, right? So it is what it is. We still need a couple turns to muster up some more landings. I need 1 transport and enough units to fill them for England. So we'll see what happens here. And that's going to be it for Russia round number 8. I'll see you guys back for UK round 8. Alright, United Kingdom round number 8. So the state of the board. I've done the math on this for Russia. He decided to push into Finland. I've done the math on this. My stack in Russia, all my Russian stuff can actually crush this. And if I can crush this, Germany's going to have very little hitting power left. So this turn, or actually round 9 for Russia, we're going to push into West Russia with the idea of crushing this stack here. Because he did not move any troops towards Karelia, and after Russia turn, I'm going to have all 3 of these, so he's going to have to start trading with his fighters and his men. And then hopefully he doesn't do the thing. This will be twofold. Will block his tanks from going back to Germany. So I'd like to trap him there so I can kill him. But a couple things. Africa, I haven't done a good job really defending Africa. So I'm going to have to undertake 2 risky battles. The first one is I'm going to have to kill this tank with the United Kingdom. And then I'm going to have to kill this guy with my United States bomber. and just hope they both work out. So this battle right here, if he attacks with everything he has in Persia, the bomber and the tank, I think it's like a 67% chance for me to hold. With the 3 fighters in there, it's like 72% chance. I'm sorry, with the 3 fighters in there, yeah, it's like 70-something% chance. If we lose a fighter against the tank, only 1 fighter will still have a 69% chance to hold the Caucasus against this here. He probably will push into Kazakh, or maybe lightly. I don't know what he's going to do, but that's probably not a battle he takes. So, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to do that. The other thing is, we just have no UK money and not a lot of stuff here. So I went ahead and bought 6 more infantry and artillery and a destroyer. Destroyer's going to go in C-Zone 7. If the guy wants to take a bomber against the destroyer, he can. But I want a little extra defense here because he's got 5 fighters and a bomber. And I want to be able to reload all 3 of my transports. So I got the 6 infantry. I got the artillery for the next turn after that, because we're going to have to, at some point, buy another transport and try to get at least 8 units every turn landing here. I'm way behind with America because I've played around with this Pacific fleet here. So, and I'm really tempted to use my 6 fighters and kill this Indochina Thailand so he can't take Malaysia back, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to risk a fighter to kill this guy. But we are going to risk these 3 fighters to kill that tank. And then we are going to take our 3 artilleries and our 2 infantries. Go up to C-Zone 3. Drop them in Finland. We're going to take our cruisers. Go up to 3. Bombard Finland. We're going to take our fighter. Attack Finland. And then everything else will move up here. And you know what? Let me see if I can do that where I can take the AA gun. There. Alright, hold on a second here. Alright, let me unload that. I can't take the AA gun to attack. And so if I take the 3... No, I can't do it. So... Go up to 3 and drop them in Finland. And then take the cruisers already up there. Bombard Finland. And this fighter, let me see. I think that's everything. Alright, let us look at the combat here. 3 fighters against the tank, and then Finland has got the 2 guys, 3 artilleries, a plane, and the cruiser. Alright. Fingers crossed on the air attacks. Alright, we lost a plane in the attack, which sucks. But other than that, the combat went okay. We lost 1 infantry in the Finland attack. The other reason this tank had to be hit was not because he was going to hit the Caucasus. It was because Africa was going to be totally open to him. If he went this way, he was just going to drive through Africa the next 3 turns and take all the money, and it would be forever before I could defend that. So that's why we had to take that risky attack, and it was risky, but we still should have about a 69% chance to defend this. So all the rest of our fleet is going up here to Sea Zone 3. Because then this stuff will move up there next turn. Alright. Alright, so that is it. Yep. Alright, that is going to be the end of the non-com phase. Alright. Our destroyer goes in Sea Zone 7, and everything else goes into England. We have 24 bucks. We can buy 8 more infantry next turn. Even though we don't have enough transports to send it over yet. So, anyway, that's going to be the end of United Kingdom round 8. And I will see you guys back for United States round number 8. Alright, United States round number 8. So the state of the board, he used his bomber in India and took out my bomber in Africa. Which means this infantry is going to have free reign to start taking back money. It all depends on which way he goes. Is he going to go south into Africa, or is he going to go this way into North Africa? Don't know yet. And he bought more ships here, so I did the math, and if I throw one battleship into 47, I'll have a 70% chance to hold. So I went ahead and bought that. I also bought 4 more infantry and 3 more artilleries, another sub, and another transport, which is also going to go in 47. So we're going to load up our island here, because then next turn we're going to take East Indies. And we're also going to move down to more guys into Hawaii, and if we might then either bounce back up here and threaten the mainland, or take New Guinea. So as far as our combat move, I'm going to try to take Italy. Because if I take Italy, let's see, this plane here cannot get there. Alright. If I take Italy, he's going to have a rough time taking it back, because Russia's going to take all 3 of these. So Germany's going to have to trade with 8 infantry, 1 tank, and all their planes. Because Russia's going to move heavy into West Russia and then take all the rest of these. And then I'm going to move out. I'm going to move out of the Caucasus for 1 turn. And then if he goes heavy in here, I may just kill all the Japanese. That might be the way to go. But my plan is to knock out Germany's army here. Once Germany's destroyed here, we should be good. I can probably use UK to either take back some of these when he takes them back, or maybe even go into Baltic. I don't know. But I got to start more heavy landings, and this is just a pain, but I got to get some, I got to build up some transports and some land units so I can start venturing out here and landing stuff here. As long as I keep buying ships, he's going to have to keep buying ships. So we're going to attack Italy. I hope that one pans out. I haven't even done the math on it. If I do the math on it real quick, I think it's probably a 50-50 battle. The way my dice have been lately, I'm not too confident about it. I think it's 1 infantry and 2 artilleries against 1 infantry and 1 artillery, I think. And it's only an 80%. And I think maybe if it's 1 artillery and 2 guys, 77%. So it's not as strong. It's not a great battle. But it is what it is. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I wish I could have done that. But I can't. And then we're going to take our battleship and our destroyer and kill this sub in Hawaii. And I think that's it. Yep, I think that's it. All right. Favorable in Italy, strong in the sea zone. All right. Oh. Wow. So it took 3 rounds of combat before the battleship hit, which is not very encouraging. So in order to save these destroyers, we're going to move them up here to Sea Zone 3. Actually, we could move them to Sea Zone 2. Right? Yeah, let's move them to Sea Zone 2. I don't think they need to go to Sea Zone 3. Alright, he's going to take back France and Northwestern without losing anybody. I was hoping to use my transports here to pick up somebody and put them back over here, but if I do, they'll be dead. So I want to save them. So let me send 2 of them up here, and the other 2 go over here. Other 2 go to Sea Zone 10. And these guys will move forward. Our fighter's going to stay where it is, and we are going to pick up these guys, go to Hawaii and drop them off in Hawaii. And I think that's it for the non-com. Alright, we're going to throw the battleship in Sea Zone 47, the transport in 47, 1 infantry in 47, or in Borneo. Nope. Just 1. And then we're going to put a sub in 56. We're going to put 2 infantry, 2 artillery in the eastern United States there. We're going to throw 1 artillery in Borneo, and we'll throw another infantry actually, you know what? We'll throw 2 there. One there, and 1 on the East Coast. Actually, do we need them on the East Coast? No, we don't need them on the East Coast. Sorry, I keep changing my mind. 1 of them there. 3 of them there. In case if he takes Alaska, I'll just build a bunch of guys here. Tanks or fighters or whatever. Or I'll take all these and go up here and take it back. He's only got 1 transport in range of Alaska. So if he wants to do that, we'll take this and a sub and go kill it. And so if he wants to do that. Anyway, that is going to be America's round number 8. Alright, Russia round number 9. So for Russia round number 9, all we did was buy 7 infantry and an artillery. It's all going to go into Russia. We are going to take Bulgaria, Poland, and Baltic. And we are going to take and stack West Russia. Right? Right. Okay. Let's run the combat. Alright, so the combat was successful. We didn't lose anybody. Our non-com, this guy's going to go up into Bellow. 3 fighters are going to return to Russia. Let's see here. He's got 5 infantries, 1 artillery, 10 tanks, 5 fighters, and a bomber. And I can survive right now with 20 infantry. But I'm going to do more than that. I'm going to do... We're going to pull out of the Caucasus completely. So I'm going to put... Wait a minute here. And let's say, what do we need? Say 23. All right. 23 infantry with only 4 tanks. But actually, I'm going to have 4 fighters. Oops, no, I won't have any fighters. I'm having no fighters. See, when you do these calculations, make sure that you're... because I can't land any fighters in... I can't land any fighters in West Russia right now. I need to put both my AA guns there. All right. Let's do... Alright, let's move 5 of these guys up here. 1 back into Russia. We'll move our AA guns into West Russia. So what you can only attack with a bomber. And we'll move our 6 tanks. Actually, we'll move 4 tanks. I can do this. Let's move the 6 tanks. Why not? No, let's not. We'll leave 2 tanks. We'll move 4 tanks. Keep 2 in Russia. Just in case he gets some ridiculous battle here. Alright. So, let me see what I got going in here now. So I'll have 22, 2 AA guns, 4 tanks, 4 artilleries. Alright. I think that'll work. Alright. We're sending our artillery and 7 guys into Russia. And now Germany is going to have to trade. Got Russia up to 30 income, which is nice, although we're not going to be able to buy 10 guys because we're going to lose the Caucasus this round. So we can only buy 8 units. But that'll be alright. And Germany's going to have to trade these. He's not going to be able to trade West Russia. And if he doesn't do anything with this, I'm going to move the West Russia stack into Karelia and kill what's remaining of the German army. So I think his only move is to try to meet in Baltic, move his 10 tanks, pull out, and move everything here into Baltic. And then I'll be able to take Karelia. I don't know, I gotta move as much stuff as I can into Karelia. But we'll see what he does. He's probably gonna take Belo, Baltic. He might try to take Finland. He may take Archangel. But in any case, if he leaves, whatever he leaves in Karelia is dying next turn. And if he, goes heavy into Archangel, we'll just use that to kill it. So we're still a couple turns away from losing Russia, so he's not going to have that fat of a stack here. And as long as he's still only buying like 3 land units for here, although Germany's going to start making money here. We're doing okay. Plus, Russia's income for the next turn and a half is going to be decent enough where I can put a sizable stack back in Russia of infantry. And once I get it up there enough, in fact, this may be enough here, I can just start plowing down into moving east or down into India. So we'll see. That'll be it for Russia round 9, and I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 9. All right, United Kingdom round number 9. So the state of the board: Germany moved all of their forces from Karelia except for 1 into Finland. My guess is maybe he wants me to chase him with all of my Russian stuff. Or he's trying to dead zone it, right? If I stack this, I think I have enough to stack it where he can't punch out of it. I'll have to do the math. But then if he moves over here, what am I going to do? The farther I get away from Russia, then these guys here will be moving in closer to Russia. So, I'm not sure how we're going to handle this. I probably will just lightly take it and then move more guys so I can dead zone this. But we'll have to see. And then he was able to take back France, which I knew he would take this back because these were free. And he moved his German guy this way to take America's money, which I actually prefer because America's got a lot of money. UK's money is limited. So for him not going down this way, I guess he wanted the extra point, obviously, because if he goes here, he gets no money for a turn. So I guess it makes sense, but I was actually not too disappointed with that. Alright, so I went ahead and bought another fighter, another transport, a guy, and an artillery. So at the end of this turn, we're going to have 4 transports, which is the maximum we're going to get, because we're going to load 8 guys in it every time to start landings and to keep maintaining the presence here. So we're going to go ahead and do this right now. So I'm going to go here with 1 transport. I'm going to pick up 1 guy. I'm going to go to C-Zone 8. I'm going to drop him in Northwestern. I am going to take 1 more transport. I'm going to pick up an artillery. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm not going to pick up an artillery. I'm going to pick up two guys. I'm going to pick up, wait a minute. One there. Pick up two guys, go to Sea Zone 8, go to France. Right? I'm going to use my fighter and attack France. I'm going to use both of my cruisers and attack France. Well, hold on a second here. Make sure I put them in Sea Zone 8 first and then bombard. Alright. So that is what we're going to do in terms of this. This one here, I'm not really sure how to handle this yet. Obviously I have to back out of this. And since he's 2 turns away from whacking me, because I can block this, I think I'm going to put a few guys in here with the Russians and move a little bit farther in here. Because I'll be able to. So, but I think that's all I need to do as far as England for this turn. So let's run the combat. Alright, so the combat was successful. We took both territories, which is what we wanted to do. The fighter goes back to Sea Zone 8. The carrier goes to Sea Zone 8. Those 2 destroyers and this destroyer all goes to Sea Zone 8. And our transport here is going to go to Sea Zone 8. Okay, for this here, we're going to move 1 infantry and the anti-aircraft gun. And we're going to take the fighters. If I put them in West Russia, they can at least get back to West Russia if I use them in a forward attack. But I'd like them to be in Russia. Let's put them in Russia. And then we can probably clear this note here. Alright. I think that's it. Fighter is going into Sea Zone 8, transport, the artillery, and the infantry. Alright, we did the calculations on Sea Zone 8, and with these destroyers here, it's a 96% to hold against his planes here, which I know he's going to be using his planes on some other stuff, but for right now, we're going to put him in here. And then from now on out, we're buying 8 units every turn, putting them in England and landing them somewhere in Europe every turn. So the pressure should start heating up for them. I do have to do something about this, but because he went light into Karelia, I think I can just capture it light and then push hard against this Japanese stuff here. At least until I get enough stuff here with Americans to leapfrog over here and attack this. That's going to be a couple of turns. I am going to gain the East Indies this turn, and so we'll see how that goes. But that is the end of United Kingdom round number 9. I'll see you guys back for round number 9 for the United States. Alright, United States round number 9. So the state of the board, he dropped a couple more guys off in India, and he took the Caucasus we anticipated, and he kind of mini-stacked Kazakh here. And he threw an industrial complex in the Philippines. I did the math on this stuff here, because he's going to lose this destroyer this round. And in order to get this back up to an 85% defend, I'm going to throw another battleship in there and a sub. Because I'm going to use 1 sub to go kill this with my fighters. So, we're going to still have an 85% chance to defend from all this stuff here. And then we're going to play aggressively with Russia, I think. But for right now, our purchase was 2 subs, a battleship, a transport, 4 infantry, and 2 artillery. And then the other sub is going to go in Sea Zone 11. In case he decides to move this German stuff over to 13, we can hit him with 2 subs, 2 destroyers. And try to whittle this down. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to risk. So I'm going to move my battleship, my destroyer, to 49 and take this territory. And then he's probably going to attack it. Hopefully we get some hitbacks. And if he wants to move a battleship there, then we can maybe hammer his battleship. Maybe he'll move his whole fleet there. And if he does that, we might be able to make a move on Philippines. I don't know, but we'll have to see. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of those and one guy. And we're going to go to 49 and take, what is that, New Guinea? And then we're going to take one guy and go to 37 and take East Indies. And then we're going to take one sub and 4 fighters and kill this stuff here. We're not going to do anything with this American fighter. I would love to, if I had one American infantry, I would send it somewhere to kill one of these guys, but we can't do that right now. So we're just going to leave it in Russia right now. And I think that's all of the combat we're going to do. Yeah, I think that's all the combat we're going to do. All right. All right. That actually worked out even better than I thought. We didn't even lose the sub, which is nice. So we're going to fly those back. We're going to move our destroyer and our battleship to 49. We're going to move our sub up here to 64, so you can't sneak a transport in here. We are going to take these 4 guys. And we are going to take... Oops. We're going to move one there and throw 2 guys in France. We're going to move the other one there and throw 2 guys in Northwestern. We're going to drop our 2 destroyers down here. We're going to take our other 2 transports and send them to Sea Zone 10. We're going to take 2 artillery and 2 infantry and move them up there to be transported next turn. And we're going to take this sub and move it to Sea Zone 11. And that fighter's going nowhere. All right, I think that's all we're going to do this turn. Well, nothing here. Okay. I did move my okay, I moved my destroyers. Got to make sure I move those. All right. All right, so the battleship's going in 47. The transport's going in 47. 1 submarine's going in 47. And 1 infantry is going on Borneo. So that's done with that. We are going to put a sub in Sea Zone 11. We're going to put 2 artilleries and 3 infantries into Western United States or Eastern United States. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. All right, that's going to be it for America round number 9. All right, Russia round number 10. So we saw last time we checked at the board that he did push forward. This tank is going to be a thorn in my side. He's going to run into Africa. It's got 2 turns before he starts taking African money, but he's going to be down there with nothing I can do about it. I don't have any troops that can go over there because I'm going to lose this transport. I'm going to lose this transport. And I don't have anything right now that can take it. So, but we're going to take some of his stuff here. So our purchase was 4 tanks and 2 infantry. So we'll get up to 10 Russian tanks, which is nice. So for our combat, we're going to take 2 guys, 1 artillery, and 1 fighter. We have to take this. And then we are going to hit this with all of our tanks and our remaining fighters and our artillery. And then we're going to move into here with let's do 4 guys. All right, let's go in here. 4 guys and an artillery. Oops, I got 3 artilleries. I don't want to have 3 artilleries. 4 guys, and let's do 2 artilleries. Okay, let's see what's going in there. No, I need 1 more. See, I thought that would happen. I need 1 more artillery going there. All right. And then I think we're going to drop 4 more guys. We're going to put 2 guys in Ukraine and 2 guys in Bello, I think. Just to make the trading a little bit harder for him. Because then if we take all of these territories, we'll have 2 turns that we can just buy. We'll get up to 27 money, which means 9 infantry next turn. And then potentially 8 or 9 the turn after that. And we'll have 10 tanks, which we can either run down and take India back, or we can set up to hammer his force here when he moves forward. But I think that's it that we want to do. Strong in Karelia, strong in the Kazakh. Really got to get some hits here. All right. All right, combat was pretty good. We did lose a handful of infantry in Kazakh, but we wiped a stack, which is good. And we prevented him from taking, being able to take West Russia next turn. He definitely can take Karelia, but that's okay. So now we're going to move 2 guys. I wonder if I should do 4 guys and just do really aggressive. Because we're going to move back probably to West Russia next time. Let's do 3 guys. Let's do 4 guys. So we'll have 5 guys here. He can hit it with a tank, 5 fighters. He can take it all out. You know what? Let's not do that. That's a little bit too much. Let's add 2 guys here. And we'll add 2 guys here. And then we will move our AA guns. We'll leave them there. We'll move 1 AA gun back to Russia. All right. So Japan's probably going to take this unless I use these fighters here to kill this guy. But it may not even be worth it to risk a fighter for that. It might be more worth it to take Poland. Well, he's going to hit this back, I'm sure. So, all right. All right, our 4 tanks and our 2 guys go into Russia. We got 27 monies to buy 9 infantry next turn, and we will definitely be able to put all 9. We'll have 8 in Russia and 4 in the Caucasus. We can either push down into Persia and try to take India, or we can go back to West Russia and restack West Russia, because we can get that up to 16, 18, and 10 tanks. So we can stack that pretty good. So that is going to be the end of Russia round number 10. I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round 10. All right, United Kingdom round number 10. So the state of the board, we were able to push back the Japanese advance. We did advance a little bit into Russia. He was able to take back a lot of these territories, and Ukraine, which I was a little bit surprised by. But we really didn't heavily defend anything. But he left Bello, and he has 1 victory city left to capture. But in examining the map, and I hope I'm not wrong, he can't take another one in order to get 9. He's not anywhere near Hawaii, which would be the only one that's in jeopardy. He can't take Moscow. And those are pretty much the only 2 that we need to worry about, right? And he can't take any of the United States. So we're good there. This stack here, I did the math on it. It's going to be a risky battle for us, but we're going to 1-2 it with United Kingdom and Russia in round 11. And we should wipe this entire stack here of stuff. Once this is wiped, I'll be buying 9 infantry for Russia this turn, and then depending on what my income is after that, 21, I can probably get it up to, I don't know what I can get it up to, but maybe 24, so I can get it up to enough to buy 8 more guys for the turn after that. So that'll be 17 more infantry for Russia, and we can start pushing forward here. I went ahead and bought 4 infantry, 4 artillery for England, and that's just to either drop them here next turn, or drop them in Baltic, or take France and Northwest Europe, whatever we need to do. So because of this bomber here, though, and because we're not going to take France and Northwestern, we probably won't use the Americans to go take these, which I was going to do. But I probably won't, because the bomber can go up here and kill the transports for free. So we probably won't do that. We'll probably just save them, and then round 11 we'll hit France with them and stack it. So this is a risky play, but we're going to do it. So let's take 3 transports, our artilleries, our infantries, go to C-Zone 5, drop them in Karelia. Take our fighters from Russia and our fighters from C-Zone 8 and our cruisers. And we're going to bombard it. There's no way we can win this fight, but I'm just hoping that he does not get 10 hits out of 14 units. And we'll have a couple fighters to land back on the aircraft carrier. If he hits all of my stuff in 1 round, then we're in real trouble. But it is what it is. The tournament deadline is rapidly approaching, so we need to get this game going. And I think it's my best opportunity to wipe out all of Germany's armor. Is this England combo with Russia? So. I don't even think there's any Japanese planes in range to defend that either. There's not. Okay. All right. That's the only combat move we're going to do. It's going to be poor. Okay, implausible. That's fine. Okay. In my opinion, that combat was tremendous. We were able to retreat with 3 out of the 4 fighters. We did lose one to the air defense. Wait a minute here. Alright, let's do this here. Alright, so this fighter here is going into C-Zone 5. One of those is going to 5, and then the other one... No. Okay, hold on a second here. Okay. That one goes there. The other 2 go to C-Zone 5. Alright. And then our transport is going up here. Our aircraft carrier is going up here. Our destroyers are going up there. And then we just got to make sure to move the Americans. But we were able to retreat our fighters when we still had 1 artillery alive, and he actually got a hit on his way out the door. So this combat was great, in my opinion. In fact, it makes the hammering this even much better. So that worked out really good. And I think that's it for the non-com. We're not going to do anything else. Alright. We just got to make sure that we put our Navy. So let's put a note so I don't forget. U.S. Navy here. We don't need caps. U.S. Navy here. Alright. Left ourselves a note. Alright. Let's mobilize. All 4 artillery and 4 infantry are going into United Kingdom. And we end with 26 monies, which is pretty good considering we took no territory. Okay, so that is the end of United Kingdom round number 10. I'll see you guys back for USA round 10. Alright, United States round number 10. So, Japan took back the East Indies, and they're still rolling as far as economically. They got 41 income, and so does Germany. They both have pretty good income. I hope to cut into that. Of course, he's going to take all of Africa here in 2 turns. So I'm going to try to... I got to send some troops down here to try to prevent that and recover some of this money. And he's building up a little bit of force in India. So I got to decide which way I'm going to go with Russia. I could go heavy into Xinjiang here with Russia and then snag Shanghai next turn, which I might do. Because this turn, round 11, we're hammering the German armor, and so that'll all be dead. So our purchases for this turn was a sub and a battleship to go into C-Zone 47 to get us back up to a 90% chance to defend. And a transport, because we're going to grab these 2 guys off of New Guinea and bring them to Borneo, so then we'll have 2 fully loaded transports. We bought another one. Japan, on his turn, bought a transport, 2 destroyers, 2 infantry, a tank, and 2 subs. So, he bought 3 land units for India, which we figured he would. Bought another transport so that he can take back some of his territory. Or maybe he's going to do an Alaska play. I don't know. He might do an Alaska play. So we'll have to see. So we'll probably have to move this sub back a little bit because it's not going to be too good defending against that. But we'll have to see. So next turn we might have to just buy a shitload of infantry for Western United States and do it that way. These may have to go over here also to block. So we'll have to see. But for this turn, we didn't have to do that. So for the combat, we're going to take 1 destroyer and 4 of our fighters and attack those subs. Oh man, is it recording me? Alright, we'll have to see. Hopefully we didn't have technical difficulties. And that's all we're going to do as far as attacking. We can't really land anybody in France because Germany will go and kill all of our transports before we get a chance to go with England. So we're not going to do that this turn. So really the only combat is going to be that, and then we're going to shuffle troops around. So let's get the combat out of the way. Alright, so we didn't lose anybody with the combat and killed 2 more of their subs. The fighters will go back to 47. This transport is going to go here, pick up these guys, go back to 47, drop them in Borneo. We are going to send 1 transport down to Africa. We are going to send the other transport, or we're going to send 2 infantry. Now let's send all the infantry in case we have to move them over there. We'll send all this stuff up there. We'll send our 2 transports back to C-Zone 10. We'll send our destroyers over to C-Zone 5 to help out. I'm going to leave our subs right there. And this sub here, we're going to back off to 56, I guess, right now. And I think that's going to be it for the non-com for America. All right. So the battleship goes in 47, transport in 47, submarine in 47, and 1 artillery in 47. Borneo, I mean. And then everything else will go into eastern United States. All right. So that will conclude America's round number 10. All right, Russia, round number 11. So this is going to be a pretty decisive round, I think. So Japan still has a lot of money, and they're building up in India, and they're going to take Africa. But I have an opportunity here because he left his armor here to strike a serious blow to the German war machine. I went ahead and bought 9 infantry, just we're going to restock our infantry after this turn. So for the combat, first thing we're going to do is take 1 tank and take both of those. We're going to take 1 tank and hit that with 2 infantry. We're going to take these 4 tanks, this infantry, and 1 fighter. And we're going to hit that. We're going to take 1 infantry, 1 artillery, and 1 fighter. And hit that. We're going to take 2 infantry, 2 artilleries, and 1 fighter, and hit Ukraine. We're going to take 1 guy into Poland, and then we're going to take everything else into Karelia. And then we should be able to, we're going to put 4 more guys here. We're going to put 5 guys in Russia. We'll have hopefully all of our stuff in position to run across the continent here and take this stuff back. So in the next couple turns, we should have all the money back, hopefully. And the tanks here will be in range of this. If this fails, I mean, it's got like a 90% chance to win. So I don't see it failing. But if for some reason it does fail, then we can regroup and figure out what to do there. Let's see here. Why did I not have it there anymore? Oh, here it is. Let me get rid of, let me go down to 1 infantry. Uh, 100%. All right. Okay. All right, let's run the combat. Well, he actually had a tremendous rollback on Karelia. 6 out of the 7 tanks hit back, which is pretty damn tremendous. We're going to send our fighters back to Russia. Every other combat was successful, though. Send our fighters back to Russia. We're going to move our anti-aircraft up there. And then let's move this AA gun. Oh, let's see here. Where do we want this one? Let's move it here. And our sub's going to stay there. All right. So we did pretty much everything we wanted to do. Yeah, defend here an Archangel, watch the Blitz. I can get rid of that one finally. See, he has nothing in there that can Blitz anymore. C-Zone 5, yeah, I still need that one. And Caution, I still need that one. All right. All right, back up to 29, so we can buy 9 guys again if we want. So we have a lot of infantry here. We're going to start sweeping through this. I don't know if he's going to be able to, how he's going to defend any of this with the limited troops that he has on the mainland. We should be able to press forward on UK's turn and probably take Baltic or take these 2 actually we could probably take these 4 territories. We might just hit France and Northwestern. I don't know. We'll have to see what Germany does. But that was a pretty successful turn, I think, for Russia. So that's going to conclude Russia 11, and I'll see you guys back for United Kingdom round number 11. All right, United Kingdom round number 11. So, state of the board is he's actually advancing with Germany. He went ahead and bought 10 infantry, a tank, and an anti-air gun, and he's pushing forward again, right? I think I've calculated it. If I do this correctly, if I do this right, I might be able to get a Russia a 1-2-3 starting next turn with England. So starting with England next turn, I might be able to do a 1-2-3 on Germany. I don't know. He's smart. He moved his fleet here, so it's in range of United Kingdom. He can only really attack it with 2 guys, 2 bombardments. And I'm actually going to have a couple fighters in here. My purchase was 2 fighters and 2 infantry. We're going to go ahead and take Norway this turn. I'm going to leave Finland for Russia. And then we're going to try to set it up to where we can kill this if he decides to move here, or we can drop down and take France. But this is going to be, I mean, the game is not over yet, obviously. I like my position, but it's not over yet. So, and then over here at some point, I need to deal with this. I'm hoping I have 2 transports loaded so I can snake Shanghai at any given time. I'll be able to do it probably next turn. But we're not close to a snipe yet. But neither is he, so it's pretty good. So for a combat move, we're going to take our 1 sub here. If we can ever click on it. We're going to attack that, and we're going to use our 6 fighters. Actually, no, we're not going to use our 6 fighters. We're going to use 5 fighters, and we're going to use 1 and kill the transport there. And then we're going to take 1 transport. We're going to take 1 artillery and 1 infantry. Go up to Sea Zone 3 and hit Norway. I'm going to take our cruisers up here and hit Norway. Take our fighters and hit Norway. And that is it. As far as the combat, I'm pretty sure that is it. Yeah. All right. So let's run the combat. Wow. All right, the combat was excellent. So we're going to return our fighters over here to 47. And we are going to move our transports up here, our aircraft carrier, our fighters to Sea Zone 3, and our destroyer up to Sea Zone 3. Russia will take Finland. And let's put a note there to have USA destroyers here. And then we'll take this fighter and we'll land it in Karelia. Alright, so Japan's going to be sweeping through Africa here, which sucks. But it is what it is. But I think that's all we can do. You know what? I'm going to move this guy here. In case he wants to take Alaska. Because he might decide to do that and get in jeopardy of Western United States. Alright, that is going to conclude. Oh, what's my map notes here? Did that. Okay, the Blitz I can get rid of. I need that one. Okay. I can get rid of this destroyers to Sea Zone 5. Alright. That's it here. Put our fighters and our 2 infantry in Great Britain. I mean, he can't do the fighters. He can do 2 infantry against 6 guys and 2 fighters. If that works, then so be it. I don't know what else I can do about that. But that is going to be it for United Kingdom round 11, and I'll see you guys back for USA round 11. All right, United States round number 11. So the state of the board, it's probably pretty even. I have a 60-point lead in the attack power, which, because I just decimated his armor, that's what did it for me. So the tournament, the end of this round of the tournament ends in the morning, so we're on our last legs as far as how many turns we can get in before the deadline. So I'm just going to do some things that I think I'm in a good position in this game, and I probably would just slowly continue to build up in Borneo and just keep pushing Russia back and forth. I mean, he is building infantry now in Germany. Japan went ahead and bought 4 infantry, a cruiser, artillery, a transport, and a submarine. They bought the cruiser probably so they can have some bombardment or just a little bit more defense. He's probably doing calculators. And this is probably going to be like a 50-50 battle. But I'm not even going to worry about this battle because I'm abandoning Borneo this turn. So I went ahead and bought... I'm guessing that if he anticipates what I'm going to do now, which is take Shanghai, that he can try to take it back with these 2 guys in a bombardment if he picks them up and drops them. But I'm going to have both my navies in there, so hopefully we can prevent that from happening. I went ahead and bought 2 AA guns for Borneo, 2 fighters, and also for Borneo, and a bomber for the Western United States. I'm going to throw the sub in Hawaii, put the bomber in Western United States. Let me see here. I'll put the sub in. Probably leave the sub there. I'll just leave the sub there, and then if he moves anywhere towards Hawaii, I can use or maybe I'll move the sub to 54 so I can get closer. I don't know. That might not be bad. So I have range of that, range of that, range of that. So maybe 56 is the spot to be in. Just in case we get back to Japan's turn, number 12. All right, so for the combat, first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our 2 artilleries and our 2 infantries, and we're going to pop up here, and we're going to take Shanghai. I was going to move these towards Africa, but because the game's winding down, I'm not going to. We're just going to pop into the transport because it's going to die anyway. And we're going to take France for free. Let's see here. I think that's all the moves we want to make with America. We don't really have any other combat. I thought about killing this destroyer with my planes, but I don't really want to lose a plane because they defend so well, and I'm going to need all 10 fighters in... although I might lose some because I'm going to send my English fighters at this to try to kill the cruiser and the transport. So he can't... he couldn't even... This transport doesn't even have range of Borneo anyway, so it's going to come from here. But hopefully he'll only be able to attack with 2 guys. I'm going to reinforce with the Russian tank here. So what else? I think that's all I want to do because we're going to use our Americans up here. We're not going to take Finland. We'll use Russia to take Finland. Actually, you know what? We should use America to take Finland just so it looks like we're going to stack Finland. So let's do that. Even though we're not really going to stack Finland. The only thing we're doing here is we're going to pick these guys back up to hit Germany. 1, 2, to hit Germany. So, for a potential 1, 2, 3, England, USA, and then Russia at the end. But we'll see how that works out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take that. And I think that's all we want to do with America. Yeah. All right. All right. For the non-combat, we're going to move... Oh, wait a minute. There is combat here. Where's the combat? All right. For the non-com, all of our stuff is going into $61. Is that everything? Yeah, the only thing left we have is English stuff. So English stuff is going to stay for now, obviously, until our English turn, and it'll go up there and leave our sub there. Our fighter is going to move to Karelia. Let's see. These guys are going to move. This guy is going to move over here. These two are going to move up here. And that guy has stayed there already. The subs are going to go to C-Zone 10, so they have range of C-Zone 8. Let's see if the bomber's here. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, beautiful. So the bomber that we put in Western United States will also have range of C-Zone 8. And these destroyers have to go up here. Alright. I think that's all we want to do. Alright, our bomber is going in the Western United States. Our 2 fighters and our 2 AA guns are going in Borneo. Alright. That will conclude America round number 11. Alright, Russia round number 12. So the state of the board, USA, we captured Shanghai. We abandoned Borneo because the time is dwindling on the game clock. So we're going to try to set up the 1, 2, 3 if we can get one more turn with Russia after this turn. So we went ahead and bought 2 tanks, 2 artilleries, and 3 infantries. The idea is that we're going to set it up so that he goes lightly into Baltic, and then England will take Baltic with whatever lightness it can, and everything else will hit Germany. USA will then grab their stuff and hit Germany. And then Russia will have 10 tanks and 3 fighters to hit Germany on round number 13 for Russia. So, you know, if he decides to stack Baltic with 17 guys, then we'll probably just try the 1-2 on Germany, and then we may just hit it, hit every, I don't know. We'll have to figure it out at that point. So, for the combat, we're going to take 1 tank, and we're just going to run it over here to Shanghai. We're going to take, let's do 3 guys and a fighter. Let's do 2 fighters. And then we'll take 2 guys and a fighter. Try to take those. We're going to blitz this. And go back. And then, let's see here. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll take one of these and run it all the way over the Soviet Far East. Right? Okay. If all these succeed, we'll move a handful of guys to Kazakh and a handful of guys to West Russia. All right. But I think that's it. We just got to run these combat and see how they work out. Strong in Ukraine, strong in Belo. And all right. Alright, it took 4 rounds of combat, but we finally took Baltic. We're going to fly our planes up to Karelia. All of our planes up to Karelia, and now what did I want to do here? I think I want to give the impression that we're coming hard. Get him to use some infantry over here and not attack. Maybe go light into Baltic. So let me take. So what has he got? 4 guys there. Let me take 2 more guys. Actually, let's do the whole thing. Let's move 3 guys there. We'll move 5 guys there. Since he has no more tanks. We'll move... let's see here. Let's move 3 guys there and 2 guys there. We don't put anybody in West Russia right now. And we'll move this artillery there as well. And then we'll take our 3 tanks and our 1 tank, move it into Karelia. So this will have, both of these territories will have 6 infantry in them. And hopefully he attacks one or the other one of those instead of stacking Baltic. But I'm not sure what he's going to do. And I think, you know what, we'll put both our AA guns there as well. Actually, no, we won't. We will not move that AA gun. I got 1 artillery there and 1 guy. Alright, hold on a second here. Let's move 3. Alright, let's move 3. Then we'll have 10 tanks there. We'll have 4 land units and a couple of fighters there. Just in case he decides to just attack all these tanks with just his air force and whittle down as many as possible. Then hopefully he'll lose some tanks. Alright, so that's it for the non-com. Alright, for mobilization, we're going to put, let's say 2 artilleries and 2 infantries there. We'll put an infantry in Russia, and we'll put 2 more tanks in Karelia. So that will be 10 tanks. Alright. And we're back up to 31 money. So, alright, that is going to be it for Russia's round number 12. And I will see you guys back for United Kingdom round 12. Alright, United Kingdom round number 12. So we do have a shot at doing the strategy that we thought of. Because he lightly took Baltic. So what we're going to do is, all we bought was 7 guys and an artillery because it's coming down to the wire. We're going to take these guys here, and we're going to hit Baltic. And then we're going to take the rest of our guys. And we're going to hit Germany. Alright, let's see if we can do this here. Alright, as long as we clear this guy, we should have a chance to hit with Russia. Alright, let's run the combat. Alright, we're just going to move those guys there. We did what we wanted to do, which was take Baltic so we can run our 10 tanks into Russia. I mean, into Germany. Alright. And we got to move all those guys up here. Actually, let's see if we can. Actually, no, let's not do that. Let's just land all the fighters over here. Oh yeah, and this fighter will go to Baltic. I mean, Sea Zone 5. All right. That's the end of United Kingdom round number 12. And I'll see you guys back for USA round 12. All right, this is USA round number 12. So we have to submit this game for arbitration. The only thing I did was I bought 5 planes and 2 infantry, so we're going to hit Germany right now with everything we can. And hang on a second here. We're going to hit Germany with everything we can. And weaken it. We're not doing any other combat. Alright, combat ended. Non-combat move. We don't really have anything to do as far as the non-com, so we'll go ahead and we'll throw our 4 fighters in Borneo and a fighter and 2 guys in Western United States. For Russia, we're just buying 10 guys. And then for the combat move, we're going to attack Germany with our 3 fighters and 10 tanks. And we're attacking it. We won't attack that. Alright. Let's see. For the non-combat move, we'll move a guy into West Russia. And that's it. We'll put 2 more infantry into Karelia, 4 infantry into the Caucasus, and 4 infantry into Russia. All right. That is going to be the end of Russia round number 13. All right, welcome back. This is the end of the game. So, Bougie Boy 71 forfeited. He did attempt to recapture Germany, but was unsuccessful. Did take back Baltic, but there were just too many tanks. And when I took Russia at the very end, when I took Germany with Russia at the very end, I sacked fighters knowing that I couldn't land them here, right? So I went ahead and sacked them because I knew having more tanks there would be better to defend. I thought I had enough because he had mostly infantry. And so I didn't think it was going to be successful. But he actually cut down my tanks. I think he killed 4 tanks before he lost all of his stuff. This was an interesting game, right? It was back and forth for a while. We had a long stalemate in the Pacific. And even at the end when I took Shanghai, Japan ended up taking it back. And I still only ended with 7 victory cities and the Axis 6 victory cities because he had taken India. So back and forth game, but we did run up against the time constraint, and because the tournament first round was ending, so we were pressed for time, and he ended up, after being unable to recapture Germany, he went ahead and forfeited. I think both of us moved a lot differently than we would have had we had extra time. Especially like here, I think I would have just kept building this up. We probably would have traded East Indies a couple of times. And he had already taken most of Africa. He was going to take all of Africa, but I didn't. I decided to abandon my defense of Africa and hit Germany with what I hit it with a couple of turns ago because of the time constraint. Trying to get as many victory cities as possible before the end of the time limit. So it was a fun game. I appreciated Bougie Boy's play, and as luck would have it, I am out of the tournament. I lost my first 2 games and I won this one, but 1-2 record is not going to advance you in the tournament. So this will be the end of this game and the end of my run in the Discord solo tournament. I encourage everybody to go check out the official Axis and Allies Discord. Oh, I think it's the unofficial Axis and Allies Discord, but it's pretty well populated with good players there, and they hosted the solo tournament, and it was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys back in another video.